really goes on.
Either Zurich or St. Gallen will stay in NLB, so it's more fun today. It's not really that much pressure.
I mean, last year we had a big discussion about the size of the league, so we went to 70. But it's not official, so we don't know for sure. We decided to delegate the meeting. So from that point of view, yes, it's possible that somebody goes down. The intention for Labour is going to go to 8 teams, so if St. Gallen wants to come up, likely then we play 8 teams next year. But as I said, I mean, officially we then end of season.
So Zurich will stay in NLA, or you guys want to stay in the NLA?
Of course, yeah. That's the plan.
Is this also a reason though that Perry Patterson, the starting quarterback of the Renegades, won't play today? That you say, yeah, U19 quarterback who just became Swiss champions will get to start today?
Perry couldn't today. He couldn't get off today. So, but we're happy to play with Leroy. I think it's a great chance. We have quite a few U19 players, also 2 O-liners, starting O-liners from the U19, running back from the U19. I think it's a great chance for them to, get a bit of the air from the big boys. And I'm excited to watch the game.
We as well. Best of luck, and have a good game.
Thank you.
Thanks, Olaf.
Thanks.
Thank you. Yeah, Olaf Kupchina, president of the Zurich Renegades, and now we have another guest from the opposing team, St. Gallen BEARS, quarterback Mirko Diertschwaller. Mirko unfortunately is injured. Mirko, first of all, how you feel?
I'm feeling great. I think we're here to play some fucking football, and we're gonna. We want to win this game, and of course I do want to play as well, but my shoulder injury just says no.
Yeah, that's unfortunate, Mirko. Mirko, NLB champs.
Yes,
NLB
sir.
champs. You have any idea what are your plans for next year? We just heard this game. We don't really know. Is it that serious about NLA intentions? You guys want to go up to the NLA?
Yeah, as I said, we're here to play football. We're here to win this game. The plans for next season aren't really fixed yet. We have to discuss it in the team, and yes, we are going to see what the next season is holding up.
For the preparation for this game, Mirko, was it different? Because now you face an NLA team, you played them in NLB the last years, but still something different, I guess. Like, did you prepare differently?
We didn't really prepare differently because our preparations for each game was really good the whole season. What different? We know Zurich, and we have played them 4 years back, and they're always a very strong team. So we know it's an NLA team, it's different speed and so on, and we're gonna see. We think we can beat them, of course, and we're gonna see what this game's gonna bring. Yes.
Mirko, best of luck and get well soon. Thank you so much. Thank you. So guys, we heard it. The game kicks off at 2:30, right before the big game, the Swiss Bowl, and we're looking forward to a good game. Back to you guys.
want somebody else. Now no, it ain't just stronger than myself. That's the way I have to live. Now they fall down every night. In the end, I'm not alone, and that's my life. When I fall, it's time again. When I feel like I'm just dead, and when I call, it comes again. And now I see it's in my head. Yeah, there's something that saves me all the time. In my head, yeah, it circles when I'm breaking down, like a whisper in my head, coming from out of nowhere, like a whisper in my head, when I got something to share. But it's like I was too weak to be someone else. You could think that I'm a creep when I'm singing all alone, but it's like I couldn't see straight on my own. Hey, yeah, there's something that saves me all the time. In my say, yeah, it surfaces when I'm breaking down, like a whisper in my head, coming from out of nowhere, like a whisper in my head, when I got something to share. I always try to find a way out. I always try to hide when my shadow rears its ugly head, like she personified. But I know its time has gone. A brand new life in me's begun. It's something I am working on. It's something I'll become. You and me, we're not the same. You wanna take me, you'll never break me. You're nothing more than yesterday. You don't define me, so get behind me.
Switzerland American Football Federation welcomes you to the relegation game 2022. The Zürich Renegades will take on the Gallen BEARS for a spot, the last spot in the National League A. Together with me today, welcome Matt Hammer.
Thank you very much, Ola.
We got
Pleasure to be here.
That game together, and also then the Swiss Bowl later. The Zürich Renegades went last place in the National League A. They, despite their 1-1 game against Geneva, they lost all the others. Some were pretty close, some were pretty not so close. But they still showed a pretty decent football. The sad thing today might be they're without their lastly starting quarterback.
That's right.
He's injured. He got injured. And
yeah, I had a call with Perry the other day just to say hello, see what's going on, what his situation was, and yeah, he said that he wasn't going to be available for the game today, unfortunately. So that might make it a little bit of an interesting game, to be honest.
Yes, could be a lot of runs inside of Zurich. So Gallen BEARS is known for a very decent defensive front. They have a pretty good front seven, actually.
I think on the offensive side too, they're not too bad in terms of the O-line. They were able to protect quite well. I had an opportunity to see them play earlier in the year, preseason.
Yeah.
So they've obviously taken what they started with there and made some improvements through the year and had a pretty strong season.
They've actually lost one game. It was against the Luzerne Lions. Then it was like the most low-scoring game almost I ever saw.
Really?
It was like 7-2, I think.
Okay.
At the end, or 9-7 or something like this. Like really low scoring. But it didn't even like made a difference because the Gallen BEARS already secured their first place on National League B.
Yeah.
They won the National League B final a week ago against the Luzerne Lions. And they're going to play for a spot in the National League A. Actually, the rules, how they are like set for now, the team winning this game will be the first to have to choose they want to stay in the National League A or they want to go up to the National League A.
And what's the situation with the National League A looking to add another team? Is there potential of both teams coming up?
Potential that both teams come up, like Zurich stays up and St. Gallen will be added to then an eight-team league. But this is up to the board of the SOF and not just the board. The board are also the clubs. Like the clubs have to agree about that situation then. The target for the future is, as far as I got, that they want to go up to 8 teams.
Yes, that's how I would understand as
like
well. So
to make the leagues
it's
as even as possible,
yeah,
a
exactly.
little more balance. And also like for smaller teams, or it's pretty hard to get up in National League A and compete. Like the Thun Tigers did pretty well this season.
They did.
They were a big surprise. They have a lot of... Like they play together a lot of time and a lot of years, and that's what you see. And it's actually pretty nice what they delivered on the field this season.
I think they did. They had a real good collective of coaching there too, which helps, and the team itself, you know, that kind of amalgamates the team into one good unit. So
that could also be a big advantage today for the St. Gallen BEARS. They have a pretty big coaching staff, very experienced coaches. Renato, their head coach. He's into football since like 750 years old. He was playing back then when they were the leather helmets.
There are fossils found that have.
And he still played. I think last year was the last season he played because he had a lot of injuries on the offensive line. He went out and put his old, really dusty pad and put it on and played.
Yeah, there you go.
And he's a very nice guy actually too.
For sure. I mean, we obviously had a chance here pre-game to see how the teams are warming up and take a look at how they're functioning and getting themselves prepared for the game. And I have to say, the Bears had really looked impressive. They got 6 coaches out there. Everyone's running a unit, very organized group. So I think it's going to be quite an interesting game.
The big advantage for the Zürich Renegades can be they played the National League A teams, all of them, and the speed in the National League A is a difference compared to National League B.
Absolutely.
So they are used to run the ball fast and like play fast and hard. Maybe we'll see a St. Gallen team that comes out of the tunnel a little like they try maybe to get that speed done from the first snap, but that could be the hard thing to adapt from B League to A League.
Yeah, that's the big leap that we need to see, and obviously a team that can come out and perform right away has the ability to perform at that A League speed. So you know that's going to be the determinator. Like I said, the organization of the team looks fantastic. The coaches look
the stadium
prepared.
They're playing at, the practice facility there is like almost perfect.
Yeah, the field is really impressive. You know, the nice turf field that they have available.
Yeah, they have the
over
turf
there,
field and they have the big stadium right on the opposite side.
Great for practicing opportunities.
Perfect.
And the field here looks really good today, I have to say.
It looks good too.
In preparation for the
a
Swiss
little
Bowl
robot
later.
that painted the field.
Yeah, we were watching the robot earlier finish up.
Waiting for the first ref crew today, led by Daniel Birnbaum, the white hat. He's a very, very experienced referee living in Switzerland for years, like almost a decade or even more, I think. He was a player back in Germany, also played in Austria and Switzerland back in the days.
Yeah.
He's a pretty experienced, mostly used as an umpire referee.
I think the refereeing's come a long way since I started here 20 years ago, my own football, and you know, it's always great if you have a crew that is able to handle the game and not influence the game, but just have a smooth flow. So let's hope for that today.
Hopefully too. The game will start officially at 14:30, like in about 10 minutes. We will start with the relegation game officially. The refs are ready to enter the field. I'm pretty sure we're going to get the national anthem done and all the pre-game stuff you should have on a football game. This is the final day today of the league in Switzerland, so celebrate football. The stadium already gets filled.
Yeah, so it's a pretty good turnout for you know, the intro game. So.
And to have a little preview on the later game at 6 o'clock, the Swiss Bowl. Cologne Broncos taking on the Bern Grizzlies, the unbeaten Bern Grizzlies.
Undefeated,
in
yes.
2022. They won twice against the Broncos. The second game wasn't really like important to win for the Broncos.
Yeah.
They were down a lot of people, a lot of injuries happened this season on key players. Broken bones on both sides of the ball and stuff like that. As far as I got, there are not a lot of people injured left. I'm not sure Adrian Sunderhoff will play. I don't think so. He's probably the only guy that is still on the injured reserve. We welcome the ref crew, and if you wonder how many zebras you see there on bowl games, usually also the chain crew wears the referee uniform, so will be an 8-man crew on the field and 3 chain crew guys and girls making it on the field.
It's good. It looks already professional when you have them all in the stripes.
All dressed on the same, like the fashion police. Nothing to say. So let's see what team will enter first.
Little native
crew presents you the live streams today. If you need any live stream or any video production, just reach out to us. We can do everything.
We had a little bit of a conversation earlier as who the home team would be here actually in this game, because we were sure first place in the beat. Do they deserve to be the home team because they're first place, or should it be the
A team because they were
team because it's a higher league?
So the Renegades come first, so that might be
dressed in
the Bears, the home
in the
team.
white shirts with the blue today.
Yes. Looks like the Bears have home team advantage then.
That's good. I was a little concerned earlier when we watched warm-ups that the numbers might not be there for the Renegades, but it looks like they have enough to seal. Yeah,
some to dress.
Guys may have shown up a little bit after the warm-up started or something, but looks like they have a good field there. And as we mentioned, it's going to be interesting to see how they function with having their quarterback who played the last 6 games or so. Not here today.
He's like not known as a very good runner, but he's a pretty accurate passer. He's a lefty, what is always hard to play for secondaries.
Yeah, it's a little different. It's also a little different for receivers catching a ball from a left-handed quarterback.
And also for the offensive line, because they switched the whole offensive line. Like left tackle went to right tackle went to left tackle.
Yeah, and then also you have from St. Gallen's side, their quarterback happens to be a southpaw as well.
Yes.
So that's a little bit interesting.
Now the St. Gallen Bears are getting fired up in the tunnel. As you see today, we are in multi-angle stream, so we have a camera on the field, like on the side of the field. We have a camera up there in the stands. If you have any questions about that game, about the game later, about anything,
the blue and orange smoke of the Bears,
Swiss football, just let us know. The Bears are entering the field with their team color smoke.
Nice.
I feel like back in the days when I was an ice hockey fan and we did this in ice hockey points.
Oh, yeah?
It's over 20 years ago, so I'm pretty sure I cannot get sued about that anymore.
I don't know how the smoke works inside an arena.
It smells good. It smells like it does now.
Works, yeah, but does it stick around for a lot longer?
Yeah, sometimes it does. So the St. Gallen Bears look ready.
That's
They
right.
have a pretty big staff on the sideline too. It's pretty hot down there. It's about 30 degrees. There is not a lot of wind. There's a little wind up there in the stands on the field. It is a little windy, but they should stay hydrated.
Coming across, I think the heat. I mean, the black helmets, or the dark blue helmets, pardon me, and the dark blue uniform. That's obviously
can make a difference.
Can make a little difference rather than wearing a white. But I think everyone's ready for the game. It's the end of the season. Everyone should be in good enough shape, and it's nothing to lose here. But I really hope that as we get ready for the anthems here, that whoever does win the game is keen to push themselves up and get further and perform a little bit better in the A-League. I'd love it if both teams came up, to be honest.
The Renegades actually added a couple of the under-19 players to their roster. We see on the captain's side, number 25 and number 10, they played. They were the newly Swiss champions.
Yes.
Like Elite League champions 2 weeks ago, I think.
It'd be nice to see how they perform at this level.
At this level, right. Like Lloyd Alati, he was a standout player of the junior team.
Yeah.
Also, Lennox Gauchi, he's a pretty decent guy on the field on the junior level. We got to see how they work on senior level for the first time. The other two, the big boys, offensive linemen, Tony Weiss and Milos Panic, captains for the Renegades.
That's Lloyd playing quarterback. So it's actually not too bad. He's quite a strong performer. I think that they're going to probably do well with there. It'll just be more a matter of how he adapts to running the new system or with the older guys. So he's certainly quite capable.
On the St. Gallen side, we have number 78, Sascha Knobel, offensive lineman 2. We have number 27, Fabian Mosberger. Probably I cannot see the number properly. Gotta let you know after.
Arnold.
We gotta let you know. So coin toss is going on the way.
Referees just
showing the home team the coin, and the away team can get to choose the heads or tails.
Heads is called.
There you go. Zurich's making the call.
Zurich's making the call. Looks like St. Gallen won the toss.
They're going to defer to second half, it looks like.
Yeah, not sure yet. St. Gallen won the toss. They decline to go for second half action. So they get a kick. Zurich will receive the ball first.
Good. Then we'll get a chance to see the young quarterback and how he handles the helm.
If there is not a straight score, right off.
That's right.
You never know in football.
It's actually quite a thing. If you can get a young quarterback into your program that's able to perform at this, who's a local, it really can make a huge difference. And if you've seen Lloyd perform in the juniors at all, he's really extremely dominant at that level.
He was, of course. There were like 2 high-scoring games. It was once against the Broncos. It was one against the final against Thun. They both went 40+ on the offensive side. So he's a really good passer, but he can also run very decent with the ball. Right. He's quick on the feet.
You see a lot of that with the local talents. Over the last few years, you start to see local players at every level really look different. I know I'm working with the national team as well, and you see at that level just physically how the players have changed in the last 3-4 years. They're putting a lot more time into the gym in the off season, working on their physiques, on their hard skills, the speed and the strength.
Yeah, that's probably the only thing a European player can get compared to an American player is the body.
Yeah.
Because you can work out as much as an American player can. You cannot make as many reps as an American player, but you can make you physically ready as an American player.
For sure.
So, and everything else.
Here we go.
Gotta go practice.
And
Kickoff.
The Bears are ready for kickoff. Here we go.
This kick is into the end zone through the end zone touchback.
Going to take the ball at the 25.
Yes.
And let's see how the Zurich offense comes out of the gate.
It's a hard replacement. It's hard to replace Perry as a quarterback.
It's hard. I mean, he's an NCAA
he's like
starter.
Twice the age.
So twice the age
of Lloyd.
Exactly.
He could easily be his dad.
He's had the North American experience in the NCAA with Syracuse, and so. But, this young man probably could go somewhere.
Twins formation.
Here we go.
First play is a run.
Run left, little zone,
Outside.
run left. Nice run.
Outside zone.
And
Hard to
about 10-yard
tackle.
pickup.
Marian Pavlic already with the first down for the Renegades. Nice run to the left side, bounced outside, and got the contact.
Looks good. First down.
Went through the first tackle. First down, Renegades.
Coming out here again. Got twins left.
Trips left. Looks like
Trips left, actually. You're right.
Single side receiver on the right side.
Here comes motion cross. We got a little jet action.
Some kind of jet sweep. Nice
And
cut
again,
block in the middle of the field. It makes
Picks
about
up
4 yards, 3.5 yards.
Yeah, it's about 3.5.
Nice run.
Sets you up nicely when you have 2nd and 6, 2nd and 7. That's a good
Yeah,
position to be.
2, 3, 6, and 2nd and 7 about, yes. It makes your game open, like you're open for like any short passes. You can even try to go deep.
Gives you an option to run again as well.
Yes.
So let's see what the Bears are looking
Twins
to give him here. They're in a
formation
4-3 set. Looks like they're going to come off the edge.
There's a
He's gotten the
short
ball out
receiver
real
screen.
quick.
Nice blocking out there from the receivers off the Renegade side. Was number 48 Vincent Honecker, and I think it was number 20 Tim Gable that blocked their DBs. Very decent.
Simple hitch pattern,
Nice
really.
play.
It's just
Yeah.
The quarterback's getting the ball out real quick and gives
First
himself
completion for
natural
Lloyd.
time.
On senior level. Nice ball.
3
Well
plays,
thrown. 3 plays.
2
First
first
down.
downs.
Already over the middle. So in Bears territory.
There we go.
And Lloyd's going by himself. He's
And he's got
leading.
some space.
So
We got the first flag of the day.
Might be a holding.
Probably from that position, I would
Yeah.
say so. That's one thing that you got to avoid. If you're looking to have a win in today's game, you got to avoid the penalties. They only hurt, and there's nothing worse than being 1st and 20.
And Daniel Birnbaum, he was a center. When he was a player, he knows what a holding looks like.
Knows how to do them. He knows how to call them, I guess.
And he knows how to not show it to the ref. So it will be a 1st and 20 then.
Yeah.
Back on their own 41-yard line.
And I will see what the concept is for Zurich here. Are they going to try and get some yards back to give themselves a little bit of a chance, or are they going to go for it here? St. Gallen looks like they're
Twins
playing
again.
in a cover 1 sort of a.
One safety deep, 4-man.
There we
Deep
go.
line. Oh,
Oh,
Lloyd,
he breaks away.
Breaks the
Breaks-
tackle
there we
and
go.
another one. Not bad, actually. 7-yard run. After he got touched at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that was a good second
Very
effort.
well executed. Very well second effort, as you said. Nice play. So you're 2nd and 14 now. So 6-yard gain.
Let's see what the next set is here. You would think there's probably a passing situation in most
Yeah, on the
cases.
2nd and 14 you can try, or like even run again, as long as the run is working. The Bears are loading the box already a little. So they have
There we go. We got
outside
a little bit
blitz
slow jet vision here.
yes,
Oh, there we
that
go.
was a tackle for loss. Very well executed from the DB or the outside linebacker of the
Adrian
Gallen BEARS.
Spitzer.
And then Spass. So 3rd and like 17 now to go, 18 to go.
That's good. I mean, that's looking like a good position for the St. Gallen Bears to be in.
now
Probably
we're
comfortable
gonna
here half field. But
See the first deep pass from Lloyd, actually, Jim.
that's
You
probably what we're
expected
looking
it.
at here. Yeah.
Twins formation, 2 receiver left, 2 receiver right.
See if the Bears are willing. Yeah, it looks like the DBs are a little bit back off. They're expecting it.
Yeah.
And Lloyd's going to run it. Tucks it away.
Let's see how far he can
Yeah,
get. And he
he's-
goes
oh, that's
almost to the
close,
first
huh?
down. He stepped out of bounds on the like 41-yard line. It's 2 more yards to go on a 4th down. If you punt it,
Made
well,
a real good stretch there.
they can go
Good
for
effort.
it. Yeah, good effort. And they can go for it. They will go for it, as it looks like. So it's like 2 yards, 2.5 yards to go for a first down on a 4th down. Try to let him jump.
It's a good field
Maybe.
position.
It's a
here
hard,
to
hard
take
call
this,
situation.
Take this opportunity. I
Hard
think.
count situation.
Yeah.
Maybe. Twins again.
That's always tough with a new young quarterback too, though. You got to have that sort of consistency with the line. Oh, look at that little speed option.
Yeah,
Fantastically
so
run.
nice play, and this is his under-19 teammate we mentioned before the game.
He looks
very well executed.
Absolutely.
You have to make a decision as a defensive end. You're taking on the quarterback, you're taking on the option guy. And there was a decision.
I mean, what I liked on that play is how quick Lloyd made his decision.
Yeah.
I mean, he took his 2 steps, and then
he saw the guys coming at him and just pitched it over.
Yeah.
Very well executed.
Absolutely.
So first timeout as it looks for Gallen BEARS, I think.
And get some water on this hot day.
Yes. There might also be some ref timeouts today if it's so hot, so maybe every 10 or 15 minutes they get to do a little water break.
Around 30 out there, I think, today or so.
Every 30 or something.
And this is always the best thing you can do as an offense is have a long control drive. Maintain that possession, ball, field possession,
they
work it down, wear out the
for
defense.
The
It helps the third, fourth quarter. That pays off a lot.
Yeah. They had the 1st and 20 because of that holding penalty. Very well executed drive until now.
Yeah.
Twins again.
There we go. Another quick pass out there.
Pass a little bit.
Bobbled a bit by the receiver. That's probably cost him a few yards.
Could have been
We end up with maybe a 2-yard gain here.
Fair game maybe. The ball was a little bit on the throne. If you can put it right on the breast of the receiver, he might take off a little earlier.
That's right.
Can get a 1 or 2 extra yards then.
Double clutching the ball is always tough, but it was another completion.
And the completion was actually a 1-yard gain officially. So 2nd and 9.
Let's take a look at what the defense is going to do. It's time for the defense to try and make a play.
Pass.
Back, relaxed.
Ooh, very nice block.
Calm. Nope.
Oh, nice
Oh,
ball.
oh, wow.
That's a lucky play.
That's a lucky play.
Ooh, and again,
Oh, is it
probably
fumbled?
touched. Did he touch the pylon before he went down? No.
They're saying he's down
So it's
by
very
contact.
short. That was a pancake block from number 25. First senior game ever. He just pancaked the St. Gallen defensive end.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
Rushing
But
from the outside. Wow, that was a very nice block on the right side of the offensive line. Like it was not the line, but it was the running back blocking, but
you take a look at that play. If you think about it again, they had the luck really on their side that time with the DB making a good close, popping the ball out. That's usually a great defensive play. But happened to pop right into the arms of another receiver who finished the play off down to what looks like the 2-yard line or so. The 1-yard line.
Ref is a little injured.
Still discussing.
Yes, they're still talking about. I'm not sure the knee was down before he hit the pylon with the ball. He hit the pylon, of course, with some part, but I'm not sure which part of the body it was. So they rule it first down for the Renegades.
Goal at the
like a 1 yard. I was talking with Robin last week about like a play. I cannot understand that will not be play more because you're allowed since like 5 years about to push your ball carrier from the back.
Yeah. That's
so why you don't just pull your biggest guy that can hold the ball for 1 yard and put the second and third biggest guy on the back then, touchdown Renegades.
There we go.
And just like walk into the end because you cannot defend that. Yeah. Even if the defensive lineman just cut down, you still fall over them and are.
Yeah, I mean that's what the defense needs to do. They need to plug holes. They need to get off the ball fast. They need to cut out the O line. And it's not. Sometimes it's not as easy as you think for the offense to get that 1 yard.
But this one is a little bit too low. So the Renegades are up 6-0. First drive, first score. This is not what you want as a defense. You don't want to get a touchdown on the very first drive of the game.
Absolutely.
But on the coaching staff side of the Bears, I'm pretty sure they got to find a receipt to compete against that Renegades offense.
Yeah.
A little
we'll
better.
See now. We get to see the Bears offense come to the field after this return. And maybe a return. If we're lucky, we get an exciting return.
You never know. So first kickoff for the Renegades today. It's actually pretty fun that they painted the end zones with the Swiss Bowl 2022 font on, but it's like on the opposite side.
Yeah, I think they should have.
I was just thinking about, okay, is it different on that side? No, because there is like nobody's filming from over there.
Yeah, nobody's reading it from the end zone here today.
Bro, maybe there will be some people in the end zone.
Well, let's hope so.
Later.
That'd be great if we have that kind of a turnout.
Kickoff Renegades.
There we go. It's up. And it looks
This
returnable.
one will be returned.
Gonna field it. Got it. Nice clean reception.
And
let's see if he can tiptoe his way through. He's
nice
done well.
Get it
Quite
to the
well.
34-yard line.
34-yard line.
10 more extra yards, 9 more extra yards compared to a touchback. Almost 10.
So I'm curious here to see how the Bears offense has progressed since the preseason game I watched them in.
Yeah. So the Renegades with a 4-man defensive front. So Gallen is already trying a hard count.
Oh, and here let's see.
Ooh, fumble. This is not how you want to start a game, actually.
Some nerves maybe.
Yes.
And coming to the surface a little bit there.
Raphael Hüberli, quarterback, couldn't handle that ball very well. It was like a 4-yard loss on that first play.
All right, it's always about regrouping though. Let's see here. 2nd and 14.
So pass.
Seemed to be. Oh, timing was pretty good by the DB.
Yes.
3 there.
Ball was a little overthrown. 2. Labino Tarapi, number 3 from the Zürich Renegades. He's also player of the men's flag national team.
Is he? Okay.
Yes.
It's a good, the defensive back skill in flag football is obviously key, important. They're switching sides here.
Sides
we got motion to a trips.
Trips to the left. Renegades showing a lot of blitz, bringing a lot of pressure.
Trying to get the ball out, and he's just.
If a jersey gets that big, sometimes that gets called a holding.
So it's as we sort of suspected, the little bit difference in the speed seems to be showing up at this point. The O-line, the D-line on Zurich's side just seems to have a quicker step. So let's assume that St. Gallen just needs a couple of series to get comfortable with that speed.
Yeah, and also the pressure up front was odd. Like so, almost 6 players rushing. It's hard to handle with 5 guys on the offensive line.
That was. You kind of need the receivers to be on the same page there with the hot pickup.
There was a motion before the.
It's uncovered well. He's stuck with them, and the punt's out.
Nice punt actually. Pretty good hang time.
Reasonable bounce.
And a bounce to the 20, to the 18, 17.5-yard line. Very nice punt.
Very good.
From the Bears.
So based on how the Zurich offense performed on Series 1, they're going to be happy with having a long field here.
Yes.
St. Gallen.
Let's see how St. Gallen reacts. Let's see if they're able to put up a little more push up front. So first down, Renegades.
Series number 2.
St. Gallen fan base has started making some noise. Run to the inside. Oh, very nice cutback. We saw the open lane, but it was then stuffed pretty quickly. 2-yard gain, 2.5 maybe.
Yeah.
That's 2nd and 8, 2nd and 7. 2nd and 7.
All right, now we see if the defense can make a play here and put themselves into a good shape for good field position.
Got to get the ball back for the offense.
Got trips to the right for Lloyd.
4-man front for the Bears and
comfortable.
Free
quick
shot.
Read. Look at that.
Nice ball.
Nice stop route.
Nice tackle.
Really great close by the group.
Yeah, very nice window he threw in. Perfect to catch for the receiver, Tim Gable. And it wasn't enough for the first down, but was third and
nice.
Third and 1.
Sits in the pocket real nice and quick, and the ball comes out right on the spot.
Even he had pressure from the outside because nobody blocked the left end.
Yeah.
On that play.
I think the way they ran that play, the routes, the combination there, it sets up something else later too.
So 3rd and 2. Lloyd's going by himself and makes the first down.
Super composed.
Let's see how long he can take these hits from senior players.
Yeah, that's
they are a little heavier and a
series.
little bigger than the under 19 players he faced.
4 or 5
this
years difference from 19 to 24 or 25. That's
can make 40 or 50 kilos difference.
sometimes it can. But he's an athlete, so.
He's an athlete, of course, yeah. And as he already said, it's the last game of the season, so.
A couple of bruises isn't so bad. There
Bounce
we go.
to the outside, comes back inside, 2-yard gain again.
That's the second time they run a zone. Last time they had a pretty good gain on the Series 1 to the left side zone. And
shoot it to
the
right tackle way out to the defensive end. So it looks like the defensive ends are lined up very, very far
to the ball here.
Outside.
Second and 8. Go, little read. Simple run. Oh, and he's got a seam. Here he goes. He's off to the races. And it looks like there's no flags on the play. Smartly and
very well executed play. Leonard Scouchy again. Under 19 standout player makes, at least the second under 19 player makes a second touchdown today for the Renegades. So there's something coming up for next season, of course.
That's probably a shining light for the team moving forward.
Hopefully.
These guys are able to perform already at this level.
Yeah.
Now, against maybe the first or second place team that we'll see later today, that might be a little bit tougher, but
yes,
it's certainly able to perform here.
Yeah, it looks good.
Looks great. Line up for the extra point.
I'm also very sure they're pretty happy about when they see the juniors coming up and already performing on this level, that you have something to build on.
And through the uprights.
Future, through the uprights, yes. So 13-0. How many cameras do you have today? We have actually 2. Yes, we have one on the stands, like the main camera, and then we have one down at the sideline. And we switch the angle time to time.
I'm sure the coaching staff is having on the Bears sideline a quick word, trying to keep the confidence up. You know, it's the first 2 series, some opening game jitters maybe, and let's just hope that St. Gallen is able to put something together so we have a competitive game today. It's always
pretty
nice
important now for St. Gallen that they can somehow get their drive going on the offense.
Yeah.
So
I would say so.
Even if they do not score, it's not that bad, but they should feel that they have a possibility to win and to compete on that level.
Exactly.
Could be hard otherwise to play a game when you know you can do whatever you want and you have no chance to beat your opponent. Kick off Renegades. This one will be returned again. Yes.
Cleanly taken. Now he should be trying to get vertical. He shouldn't be tiptoeing. As soon as you've got people crossing your face, that's always
hard then.
terrible as a returner. You need to get north and south as much as possible.
To get speed and just
hit that gap. You need to hit the gap and trust that your blockers are right there doing what they need to do.
So on this.
So we're at the 23.
Right, 2 yards less. Then he would get when he would do a fair catch signal.
All right. Let's see if the Zurich's front is able to penetrate this front line. Give the quarterback some time or not. Okay, we got the jet sweep. Good block up front.
Very
and
good
look
blocking, but very good reaction from the defense. Like everybody's floating out there.
Sliding, scraping over top.
To
the
get the
linebackers
tackle
look good.
down. Yeah.
Safety's coming down.
He's reacting to the run a little early, maybe.
Well, that's one of the things that
as a safety,
it happens from time to time. You might get caught on it, but
you look pretty bad
to
when
get
you
into
get caught on
play.
it. Yeah.
Right? Pass first is always the secondary rule. Obviously, coaching DBs.
Especially when you play cover 1. Blitz from the outside.
Got a little inside counter.
That was some kind of shuffle pass now. It was just a regular handoff, I think. So that was a little progression. 3rd and 3 actually
This is a
3 is
interesting
a manageable
position to be in
distance.
Here. This is very a good potential for a first down here. St. Gallen's first down. That'll help them, I think, if they can pull this off. We're going to trust here. Look at a slant, perhaps.
Shift
maybe a
on
stop
the
route.
defensive line of the Renegades.
Lined up in a spread formation. Southpaw comes up.
Pass
Nice
to the
ball.
outside, nice call, nice catch, nice
Also-
tackle too.
Also a good tackle.
First down, Bears.
There we go. St. Gallen's first down.
First down for St. Gallen.
Tackle made by Thomas Grant.
Catch made by Jill Schwartz. So first and 10 on their own 35-yard line.
That's something that you need. You need to get that first down out of the way, and then you can just sort of exhale a little bit.
Renegades showing blitz.
And the counter again. Oh, and nothing. Swallowed up by the front. A little bit of a gang tackle there. Nicely picking him up off the field. Good sportsmanship. That's always nice to see.
1 yard loss about on the play, so 2nd and 11. So twins again, 2 receiver left, 2 receiver right for the Bears, standard formation, default formation for them.
Oh, I think he got him that time, I would say. Free play.
Free play.
Oh. Broken up. Number 28 again in on the defense, but I think there might be a defensive flag there.
Might be defensive offside. That was a little bit a lot of contact. Cannot say a little bit a lot. That was a little much contact on the maybe on the offensive side toward that pass, but the pass was overthrown, so no offense pass.
Quite a good shape here now with 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6, yeah. 5 yards for free. Take that every time.
As we mentioned, the field's lined nicely today, so it makes it a little easier for us to calling things and getting the idea of where we are.
Yeah, with an aggressive defensive line and a pretty speedy defensive line as the Renegades have, a hard count model is pretty.
Looks like they're in a cover 2 here.
Yeah.
They're going to tackle him inside run.
Ooh,
he's got a bounce, he's got a seam, and a nice tackle.
There's the safety, I think, coming down. Making the tackles, making it 3 and short, 3 and 1.
Is that the safety of the corner who actually made that tackle? Was that 21?
I think it was 23, right?
23.
So
Enzo.
Might be the corner there.
Roth.
Yes.
Another U19 spieler.
Enzo Roth, yes.
Another piece of that youth showing through.
Yeah,
out on the field, able to perform.
Have a lot of players on the, not just on the roster, also on the field.
So we got a 3rd and 1, pretty good situation here. Let's see, the Zurich's
Renegades all loading the box again.
Like they're going to bring everybody here hard. See if they got the savvy to. Oh, Paul's popped out. And let's see if
Somebody
recovered
is
that
on
fumble.
the ball. Let's see if it's white or blue.
Zurich saying they've got it, but now the wrestling match begins under the
Yeah,
pile.
that's a fun thing if you play on the line. Like, you cannot hear the whistle at all. You don't want to hear it at all. You're fighting for that ball.
There we go. There's the referees are discussing. How should it fall? It looked like the Bears had a shot at it first, but Zurich seemed pretty confident that they had it. It's an unfortunate
Well, the Renegades
timing.
will get the ball.
They will.
Okay, they will get the ball right now. They would have gotten it on a punt because St. Gallen would not play that 4 down probably. The Renegades now already in St. Gallen territory, getting their 3rd drive started. Scored 2 scoring drives before. There were twice down to 19 players that scored. The quarterback and the running back, both of them.
First turnover of the game
ground,
for the defense of the Renegades, and I mean, obviously as a defensive coach, you always are looking for every game to tell your defense we were responsible for 4 turnovers in the game, whether that's on downs, interceptions, or fumble recoveries, forced fumbles, etc. Well, you get 4 turnovers in a game, you're usually pretty good safe.
Renegades.
He's back, looking comfortable in the pocket, relaxed.
And the ball is underthrown, but could have been picked by the Bears.
I'm surprised Lois didn't use his legs a little bit more and take some time to the sideline.
Maybe he got told that he should not take off too early.
Well, that's also true. If
Throw a ball like this when you're in a backward motion,
do
it's
we know
pretty
who
hard.
the backup might be for him today without somebody else there? I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either.
2nd and 10.
2nd and 10.
St. Gallen's sticking to their core defense, it looks like, and it's got a good fill from the linebacker.
Offensive lineman Felix Laurin, also player from the under-19 team, number 55. Also leading blocker here on that play. 2 yards a gain, so makes it a 3rd and 8.
Hey, now we're going to see what if they put the ball in Lloyd's hands, or if they look to make a longer pass here. Linebackers.
Looks like pass.
He's got comfortable. He's looking to slant through the middle, and good catch.
Wow, good catch, but very good thrown ball too.
Absolutely.
There was nobody there except the receiver that could handle that ball. It was placed almost perfectly.
Replay, it's a really great placement.
To the run.
Safety doesn't do a good job getting depth.
Jan Rusbild, also under 19 player. So he played all year together with Lloyd.
Yeah, he did really good. He went up, got the ball at his highest point.
Very
2 hands
nice
on it.
Execute a play on both players. Twins formation, to receiver left to right.
There we go, and they're looking at
There's
the
the
speed
option
option
again.
So simple, and yeah,
blocking on the outside from number 11 was
simple football.
This time key block. Simple football. Get it in with speed.
That's nice.
And it's again Lennox Giauchi,
Second touchdown
18
of the
years
day.
old actually. So he's even allowed to play one more season in the under 19 team next year.
He's obviously got the running skills. He's got the speed, and this looks like he'll have a dominant year next
he's
year.
not as tall. He's like not tall at all, but he's like hard to tackle to because he is not that tall.
He's also kicking the ball here on the extra
kicking the
points,
ball,
so he's not only getting the 6 points, but the singles as well. Let's go there. He's responsible now. Is it
like
good?
It's done. Yes. So that makes now 14 points for him.
14 points for him.
20 for the team.
20 for the team. Oh, there we go. Got a little gritty on the sideline
Little
there
dance.
too.
So it's 3 scores now for the Bears. They're running behind. That's a difference. We talked before the game, the speed. Speed up front on the line. The Bears are not really able to handle it right now. And then the speed of the running backs on the side of
Different.
the
You're playing at
Renegades.
the National A level is the top level in the country, and those guys have to perform at a certain level. They have a little bit more opportunity to play against and with American players that come over as imports, sometimes European players as well, and they all generally perform at a much higher speed, which raises the level of everybody else around them.
You can only get better if you practice against better players.
That's right.
That's what makes you good in football, or like in sports at all. So kicker for the Renegades. The ball was returned twice. One was to the 34, one was to the 24. This time they look. Oh, it looks like it. No,
He's going to
something
take it.
else.
All right, from the
Taking
6 yard
again.
line, get
And
north
he
and
runs
south.
to the outside on the 20-yard line about.
Yeah. Might have been better to try and let that one bounce through. It looked like it had a little bit of low trajectory on the kick. Might have had enough to skip through from the 5 yard line to the end zone. Would have given him a couple more yards. Now this is an important drive, I think, for the Bears. They need to try and at least have a sustained drive down the field and come away with some points here. Otherwise, you start to lose that.
That
start
faith
to gain
in
a little
yourself.
bit more, the faith in yourself.
Yeah.
And have a little more anxiety of.
Trips to the left.
There we go, and a little inside run again, which seems to be their go-to, but might not be right against this defensive front from Zurich.
Yeah.
Seem to be eating up the inside.
Yeah, the line is putting in a lot of pressure on Zurich's side.
Number 90 there is looking strong.
Number 74, he is like a defensive tackle. How defensive tackle should
Roman
look like.
Mathis playing on the edge. like we're playing a little too over
Hard
potential.
count again.
Quarterback, look at that slant and
Nice
pops him.
ball.
Nope, he didn't
Pops
quite
out
get
of the
there.
hand.
Real important to make those plays so that you can instill some
Quarter
confidence for your
already.
team.
Yeah, yeah. These are the catches he should made. It's already quarter, so second quarter starting. Zürich Renegades are leading by 3 scores, 20-0. So they switch sides for the first time today. Very warm, very nice day actually. There's not a single cloud somewhere. There are only some planes.
Some gliders up in the air right now. It's nice.
Everything
Got the-
set for a big final day.
It's one of the things that's really nice about football in Switzerland, I have to say too, is you go to places and you play and you get this scenery around the
Yeah,
stadium.
yeah,
you
it's
know,
not
you have
just
the trees
stadium.
and the mountains. And
You have
it's
everything.
really quite a beautiful place. And
Sometimes I was able to pick up American players from the airport when they went first to Switzerland, and then when you drove through the valley, they said, "Well, this is some kind of packed here. There are mountains everywhere." But then, like 2 weeks later, I said, "Well, you live on the most beautiful place in the world."
I still remember my
Just surrounded
first
by
game
mountains.
in Cooler, in Calendar, against what was the Langquart Broncos at the time, years ago. I was playing with Basel, and still just being in awe with the sheer rock cliff around the field. It was really
Great
impressive.
fun.
And I know I've talked to other import players who've come over the years, and they have the same impression. We got the Bears in a spread.
Yes.
Southpaw comes up, hits it, takes the easy yards, but the defense is right there.
Defense,
Really
half
like,
of the defense is right there.
36 there has had a real good effort on trying to strip the ball after contact. So Hendrik, someone's teaching him
99 was
right techniques.
shooting outside 2.
And we got another
Tackle.
punt situation.
Yeah,
I think this is a part where you start to get a little nervous as
Yeah.
St. Gallen.
It's one thing that it's good to see that there is a difference between League A and League B.
Yep.
If I could wish, I would see a little more balanced game, like for obvious reasons to have a balanced game. But it's still a good sign, I think, that the Zürich Renegades, even if they are like packed with under 19 players today, they still.
Unfortunately.
Maybe a false start. Somebody moved too early on the line. Yes, it's a full start.
Yeah, I mean,
Five
it's
out,
nice
5
to know that your National A team is potentially a stronger team, but it would also be good as a country when we start getting the A and the B teams to being more competitive at the
Ready
same
for
level,
it,
right? Overall,
Yes.
obviously, there's in the B division we have teams that haven't performed as well as the Bears have.
Yeah, right.
But it would be really nice if all these teams start to get to a level. Another little return by the young
One of
man.
Scouchy again. I'm going to mention his name a lot.
He's going to want that one back, I'm sure.
Ben Winkler.
Number 80, Ben Winkler.
You want to get that ball.
He's getting a little excited there. He had the lead block out in front of him. He's like, okay, I'm
Yeah,
going to have an opportunity to make a run here.
With
But
no
sometimes you
ball.
got to secure that ball first.
With no ball, you don't need a lead blocker.
That's true. Zurich's out into a trips right. Single backside. I would love to look the backside right now if I was Lloyd. Yeah, and he is looking the backside. There he goes down to the
Number
coast
4.
again. Oh,
A little bit overthrow maybe.
but I think he made the right read there. I mean,
Yeah,
he had
yeah.
the one-on-one coverage on that backside.
And
Could
he
have
was
maybe
beaten
taken his time.
inside. He beat his DB inside. It's hard to cover inside as a DB
The
as
receiver would have maybe worked him up
Yeah.
up the field a little bit first, and then bought himself some more inside field position afterwards.
Looks
but,
like the
you know,
Renegades are
look,
going for that 4th down.
4th and long.
Yeah.
I think trying to break the back of the Bears here.
Let's see if you see the same play again.
There you go. He's also looking backside. And they got him on the
Lloyd
run.
is, wow, he is fast on the
He
field.
is fast,
He's
but
running
it's
out
not
of
gonna be
bounds,
enough.
but it's no first down. But smart move to run outside the field, knock out that tackle.
Yeah, I think he wasn't. I think he thought he
He thought
had
he
it.
was,
Yeah,
but it's not enough.
I'm pretty sure he would have fought a little bit harder if he didn't think he already had that ball
yeah,
that time.
yeah, but it was actually not that bad because the game is still long and you don't want to get banged up too much in the first half. So first stop for the Bears, actually.
That's good. I mean, the defense has made a stop.
Gonna make you feel a little more confident.
That was really close, though. I think Lloyd's wishing he would have reached that ball out a little bit.
So we have first down for the Bears
All right,
on
let's
their
see.
own 25-yard line.
So far, the Bears haven't shown too much in terms of plays. A couple of quick passes and a couple of inside counter runs. Motion over to trips.
Trips, yes.
Playing off. Oh,
Ooh,
and
that
good
was
hands up on the
deflected, yeah.
defender. Yeah.
Was it DB blitz or was it the outside linebacker?
I think he was
The outside linebacker, I think.
Oliver Marty. That always hurts when you're there at the quarterback. You get set. You're not really seeing those hands up in the air. You throw the ball, and then you're like, I got my man finally. And then somebody's get their arms up because of good defensive play. Balance spread here from St. Gallen.
Zurich is putting the linebackers up front
like
on the outside and the inside. There's a rough.
Oh!
That could have been a pick. Ball couldn't get secured by the receiver. He tipped it in the air and almost got caught by the wrong color jersey.
Alright, pretty sure that the Zurich defense will be in at least a cover 2 here, potentially cover 3.
Yeah, they need 10 yards. I don't think they can get it on the ground, so. Or they will even send again 6-man on a rush.
This is going to be like
on the Zurich side.
Soft cover 2 here. Zone.
Yeah.
Looking deep, and oh! 29, Leonard there.
Leonard Yecki.
He's wishing he's going to have that one back. You like to add those stats onto your game when you're in a game like this. Get a little bit of an opportunity to.
Of course, you want to be on the board or on the stats with your number to getting that INT done.
All right, and we got the junior out for the return again. Yes. 2 men back on the punt, as well as
like a junior and a senior.
David Marty.
David Marty, 33 years old.
Yeah.
And Lennox Gauchi with
who's
18
giving advice
years
to
old.
who on this play, maybe. Good punts up. Oh, and then didn't quite turn it over. We won't have a return on this one.
To the 36-yard line.
Such a difference when you know, as a kicker, it can make such a difference in a game for a team. You know, field position is really big, especially if you have a reasonable defense, and it's quite important for a kicker to get that ball to turn over, and that's a really tough skill. I think something that not a lot of kickers here have had the opportunity to get real formal coaching on, but that makes a very big difference in a ball game. Field position.
Make a real big difference, that's right. So the Renegades with the twins formation again.
Spread. Here we got a spread. And a simple handoff
Run
inside.
To
He's
the middle,
got a
bounce
seam.
to the right. 2 yards again. 3 yards maybe. And there's a
keep
player
everyone honest.
down.
I think he's, let's see if that's something serious. Let's hope not.
It's like offensive lineman with a number 60.
Got number 68 coming in for give him a break while we figure out if it's something serious. He's working on, looks like potentially the knee.
Lower body. Something on a lower body. The line is designated for lower body injuries, knees and ankles, hips.
It's one of the things you see obviously in North America, even from colleges
braces.
up, even in high school, even now. Everyone on that line is almost obligated to wear braces.
Looks like he's able to run off the field.
That's not so easy to get over here with really good braces, though, as I understand.
Yeah, they have when I was a player back then, I wore my brace like after my knee injury, and then I get rid of it because it was uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But when I hit my knee second time, it luckily did not get wasted. I then wore it for every game after.
Yeah, there you go.
Because it protects you from, it cannot protect you from every injury, but it can at least protect you from a little injury.
spread set with the motion. Coming across the trips. No real adjustment by the defense. And there we go, a little screen. Good close. Good close. 91. Trying to pull the ball out. Something that you always got to remember to do. You know, after the first guy's made his contact, you got to try and get in there and get the ball.
Yeah.
Especially now, you want to get a turnover. Third and short. Well, third and middle.
The Bern Grizzlies are entering the stadium. Some of the players are already here.
Not such a far drive for them today.
Not today. They got to be hot for today. And it's not just the weather.
Picked up a snap a little bit low. Oh, look at his composure. We got a holding call.
Yes.
That's unfortunate. He's off to the races, though. Makes a good move. Steps out. Yeah, this time he reaches the ball out. Gets that extra yard. Unfortunately, that one's going to come back.
Yes, and makes it a 3rd and 15 then.
I remember playing quarterback back when I first came over here, and you had to make some plays like that on your own. And sometimes you come back to the huddle, and you're just, after that penalty and that long run, you're just like, oh man, come on guys, please. And you know, that's the worst thing after a big play. Is sometimes the 10 yards is bad, but you lose already the 30 yards that was gained, or a touchdown gets called back. The O-line you've been there, Ola. You have to.
I know. Sometimes you just had the chance to run that far because the penalty happened.
Sometimes,
so,
yeah. But sometimes it's off. It's
sometimes
away from
it's
the
just
ball.
like,
wrong side of the field. And you got to come back and
I think the
get
penalty
next
my
snap.
quarterbacks always got the most annoyed off was an ineligible man downfield.
goes
He has a
again.
lot of space, but will he be able to get it to?
there?
Yes, it's enough.
Again, reaching the ball
This
out.
time he got it.
Making sure he got every inch again.
Yeah, if you have a young quarterback such as Lloyd is able to run that fast and making good decisions also with the ball in his hands.
Do we know anything about Lloyd's future? Is he going off to the States
No
anywhere?
idea. No idea.
I'm sure the Zurich looks like they'd be very happy to have him in the lineup.
I
next
think
year.
so.
But he's prime. He's an athlete. He's obviously, I'm
If he
sure,
can put
the
on
league
some
MVP
weight
in the
for
juniors.
the senior season.
Oh, a little fumble there. Oh, and St. Gallen's finally got the turnover.
Yes. And he got a pretty bad hit too while he tried to secure the ball.
Yeah, just kind of took his eyes off the ball a little bit before he secured it. And first error really by Lloyd today. And St. Gallen does a good job to be there and jump on the ball. And now they've got a little bit of a short field to finally work with.
These are the plays you want to do when you're back with 3 scores. That's
Absolutely.
exactly what
They
you
really
want
need
to
to try
start your
and
drive.
get some points before the halftime.
Yep. Sadly, the stadium clock is not working, so we cannot give you an update on the clock.
Here I got my, I just noticed on the screen there, I got my nice winter attire on this beautiful sunny
You
day.
saw yourself. You have actually the clock on our stream for the first time today, thanks to Fabian doing it. And it should be pretty accurate.
Here we go. Let's see if St. Gallen can put something together as a turnover. Momentum is important in football. Coming with the jet, takes the front
And then
counter,
run
and
inside.
they just can't handle the
Nothing
line
to go.
up front right now.
Nowhere to go. Late flag on the play.
That's going to be, we got flags all over the field.
Probably a face mask call maybe on the defense.
It's not really how you want to get your yards as an offense, but I'm
No.
sure the thing.
Would you take
the
it?
Bears would take it. Yeah, exactly. Exactly where I was going.
Looks like it's against the defense. Face
There you
mask
go.
penalty.
Good eyes, Ola.
It wasn't intended, I think. But if you have 3 flags on the field on the same spot, that's
Somebody saw it.
pretty sure the foul happened.
Well, and a first down.
Now you
Again.
make it a 1st and 10, but even deeper in Renegades territory.
Just on the edge of the red
Gallen
zone here.
hasn't been that far in Zurich's territory today.
I think St. Gallen has a kicker that can kick from this distance. So
We'll make it about a
worst case scenario, they might be
45
looking
yard
at
field goal.
3 points. Let's hope they just maintain possession. We're in spread. Quarterback drops, sees his man, and overthrown it. He's got to take that a little bit more to the flag, to the stick. Once a little bit on the quarterback, I think. He's going to wish he had that. Again, the receiver looked like he was in a good position. He's gone over to the sideline, got a couple of words.
So 2nd and 10.
Sure how old the quarterback is for St. Gallen here. 21, he's just young as well.
He's young as well, right.
It's tough, you know, over here, if you haven't played flag football, which you can start a little bit younger, tackle football starts later than in North America.
Yeah.
The guys have a little bit more years of experience at 21. Seems to be running a bit.
A lot of pressure.
Just a little short-armed it.
Short throw. Yeah, the inside is packed from the Renegades. You cannot go to the inside. Somehow you need to find the outside or short passes through the middle.
I think, yeah, they gotta find something that's going to be a simple place for him to start, get the ball moving. The inside run, as we mentioned, hasn't been too effective. Haven't seen them try to do any sort of a sweep yet.
Yeah. Trips to the left now.
I mean, if I was the quarterback here right now, I'd be trying to look to have a quarterback sweep potentially to the weak side. So it's made a catch.
Made a catch, 2-yard gain.
2-yard gain isn't going to be enough. Let's see if they send out a kicker here now, or if they're going to try and go for it.
They go for it. Looks like they go for it.
Looks like they're going to go for it. Quarterback's still on the field.
It's coming back on the field, yeah. It's 8 yards, 9 yards actually to go. It's timeout from the Bears. Maybe they go with the field goal. It would make it about a 36-yard field goal.
Yeah, it's something that I think is most kickers today
are able to do.
That,
yeah.
Whether it's good or not is the question. Is he going to be on target? But so, that's so far. Finally had a little bit of action here, a little bit of ball control by the Bears, but it's been mostly a Zürich game.
Yeah, well, the Bears got the fumble recovered, and then we had the 15-yard penalty, and since then we had 1 yard gain, and we are on 4 down now. So the Zürich defense is executing very, very well, actually. Like also on that 15-yard penalty, the face mask call was like very well defended play.
Usually the team with the most penalties at the end isn't the team that's victorious.
Yeah.
But it might be the case here today. St. Gallen has only had, I think, 1 flag so far.
I'm not even sure they had one.
They didn't have, so have they all been on Zürich so far?
There weren't a lot of flags until now, so they let them play football.
All right, let's see here. We got cover 2. Probably going to look like a cover 2 man. Yeah, he's coming across with him as the secondary, coming across. Trips. Look the
Defensive
man.
line stunned. He puts the
up.
ball up.
Hey, he comes down with a great catch.
Well, he was in bounds. First down, Bears.
He's letting everybody know.
Well executed.
There we go, Fabio
Schoeneberger. Young guy too, 20 years old. Came down in bounds with 1 foot. Secured that ball for a first down.
Of course, one foot is enough here. NCAA rules in Switzerland.
1 foot is enough.
There we go.
Yeah, 1st and 10. That's 1st and goal already.
Let's see how the red zone functions.
Yes.
Sometimes things get a little mixed up. Zurich's changing on the defensive line front. Looks like they're playing man coverage here.
Motion.
And he's gonna throw it out late. Good patience.
Ball. Makes about 7-yard, 8-yard gain.
It was a good patience on the running back to just sit and wait, wait for him to come back.
Nobody
on a check release
covered him at that time, so he was able to make that play. Like 3 more yards through the end zone.
And now you got a good setup. You got 3 yards, two downs.
Yeah.
Like
actually 3
downs,
maybe.
To this.
So you can start to play.
I suspect that St. Gallen's going to use all 3 downs if they have to try and get the 6 points. I'm not sure that they'll want to take just the 3 from here.
Timeout Renegades. So the Renegades for sure want to stop the Bears somehow. They do not want to let them in the end zone for free.
3 yards is, even with St. Gallen's inside game not being so strong, it should be 3 attempts to get 3 yards should somehow work there. Which then obviously, that being the thought process, opens up those quick little stop passes and things like that too. So a hitch is sometimes more than enough in this situation when they're a little concerned about the box. Timeout is probably just to get everybody organized, give them a little breather.
Yeah. It's still hot down there. We have like 5.5 minutes left as far as I see. In this half.
Haven't seen it yet. Maybe you've been paying a little more attention to the O-line, but I haven't seen somebody on the St. Gallen Bears really be dominant on any of the Zürich defenders at this point. So it's not like you could say, well, look, we're just gonna run it behind our guy.
Yeah, or even St. Gallen had like a couple of years ago they had a designed guard run where the guard pulls and gets the ball put in his hand.
Yeah, I've seen that.
I'm not sure they still play that play. But that was pretty effective.
The part of the field you want to run that in too much.
It's 3 yards, just too far for an offensive lineman, man.
So we got the safety over onto the trips. Looks like they're playing pretty much a man. Strong safety should be coming down to the line of scrimmage. Shouldn't be giving too much yards here. There we go. And there's the inside run. That didn't have any effect. He's pushing him, but not enough. There we go again. The Zürich D-line showing that they've got an extra step.
Yep. So 3rd down. Forward progress rule, if you don't know about when you get carried in the backfield and then the ball will be placed on the spot you were touched first. So
forward progress.
You don't lose forward progress, right? You don't lose these yards then.
I'm surprised they ran the ball sideways there a little bit instead of just straight ahead. Got the defensive ends, tackles inside, linebackers in the gaps.
And there's the play they had success with.
Back, and he's got it. He squeezed it.
Looks like he got it in the end zone.
6
if
points.
both have the hands on, the rule says it's the ball from the receiver.
There we go. And
so it looks like touchdown Bears. But we wait for the official signal.
I think we got that from the sideline.
We got one from the sideline, but not from the Whitehead yet. So let's see.
They're discussing
if they rule it a touchdown or if they rule it not a touchdown. I'm pretty sure they talk about that if both have the hands on the receiver's ball. It's
there
a touchdown.
We go.
I think it was number 19, Jill Schwartz.
And I think everyone from St. Gallen's side has a little sigh of relief that the game doesn't look like it's going to be a runaway.
So they got to go for 2 now.
Looks like it.
So another 3 yards. For another 2 points.
And we seem to have the slot uncovered right now. Free safety's playing him over. This is a tough place for the free safety to play so deep. And we got a motion over. He's free. He's free. Nobody's gone with him. He's got to hit him now.
Nobody's there, but nice.
Oh.
Nice defender.
Did he catch it? Did he catch it on the bounce?
He did.
He did. I think he did. Oh, we would like to see a
rule
replay
it incomplete.
Oh boy.
And we can see it on the replay if the ball touched the ground before he catched it or not.
Already had a lucky bounce their way. This one looked like it could be up in the. Oh no, that's the touchdown catch there. I think that one was quite clear.
Yes.
Taking it into commercial here.
So the Bears put up their first 6 points.
I think the quarterback's made a little bit of a wrong read on that one. He should have saw the motion. No man went with the motion, man. That's probably where he should have been looking for the ball.
So therefore we have a 20-6 game now, back to a 2-score game. The Renegades will get the ball before halftime, so it's about like 4 minutes maybe left.
We got 36, 35 back for the
Renegades to return.
That's always one of my favorite things to do on football. Get out there in college, have a big crowd in front of you, opportunity to make a big play on that opening kickoff or after.
I actually never had a ball in my hands my entire football career, and I think it's better for me that I never had, because when you get that ball, everybody wants to hurt you. And I don't like to be chased.
There are some collisions that take part of having the ball, but there's some glory that goes with it too.
That's right.
And the kick is up. Good kick. Don't wave it off. And he's fielded it. Here we go. Oh, see, he's put his hand up.
He was probably watching against the sun and trying to get the sun out of his face.
I
but
think the sun is on his left-hand side. I think that was just.
So the ball will be put on the 25-yard line.
I think that was just a little bit of a slip up there.
Or was it like a? No, they put it on the 5-yard line. Usually NCAA rule says that the ball will be put on the 25-yard line if you just wave a fair catch on a kickoff. When it's put.
That's. I think they're discussing that now.
I think so.
That's something I actually wasn't up to date on myself, to be honest.
Like it's if he rules it as an invalid fair catch signal because he didn't like wave obviously his hand to fair catch it, but that would be a little bit.
Yeah. The wave, or is it sometimes you're just back there trying to block the sun out of your eye or whatever, see the ball a little bit better. It's a tough call.
But the rule says the ball should be put on the 25-yard line, actually, so.
See if the referees, what their
we'll get it
plan
done,
is here. I think they're discussing the options.
Touchback.
So there you go. That's going to be the.
There was an offside on the kicking team too. There are 2 flags on there.
Didn't even see the laundry over there.
No, there are 2 actually on both sides of the field. So they can now take the ball on the either re-kick it. It looks like they're going to re-kick it from the 30 then. Let the kicking team run again.
Yeah, I think as a return team, as a returner, you always want to have the opportunity to get that ball in your hand.
Because if you want to do something great and
exactly
get that ball somewhere.
Actually, never since high school, never returned a kick for a touchdown, but I have a few punt returns. It's always exciting when you have those long runs.
This has been returned now.
Here we go. Has it been a good choice?
On the 25-yard line.
It's got pretty much exactly where they would have
been. So 1 yard.
Good cover by the coverage team.
Yes. So we assume to have about 4 minutes left on that half. 20-6 lead.
There we go. Yep.
For the Zürich Renegades. The St. Gallen BEARS came back to the game somewhere, kind of.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of, as we said, it releases a lot of tension once you finally get those first points on the board.
And the other thing is when you when you play a team that is obviously not as good as you are, it's hard to keep up your own pace.
Sometimes
for the whole game. So then you then playing your own game, you adapt to the lower speed of the opposing.
I think that's true, but I think we have a couple of key players that are from the U19 team here playing for Zurich today, and I think that they're not going to let off because they want to show that they're capable of being here already.
They want to do, of course. So it's 2nd and 9 for the Renegades.
Secondary is looking in their typical cover 3 situation.
Bears put a lot of pressure.
Oh, another one slips through the fingers.
David Marty should have caught that ball. That was a wide lane in the middle. Very good blocking from the offensive line, making that door open, but without the ball.
Well, it's
that's blocking.
Second time today.
Again, both sides of the ball actually.
Receivers just get a little excited sometimes. They see the green.
Too fast, too excited. Yeah. So 3rd and 9 now.
Looks like they're covering the trips. Lloyd's scrambling around, buying some time, and zips it out there nicely.
Very well
great throw.
That's what Lloyd is known for. He can throw out a run as good as he can throw in the pocket.
Yeah, that's really great ball. Rolling left is always difficult. You got to flip your hips over, get there. That was really excellent. Zipped it out there nicely.
Very, very nice. So 1st down, Renegades. We actually have the 2-minute warning from the referee, so it might be 2-0-0 on the clock. Renegades Renegades with twins formation again.
Back, DB's moving.
Running outside.
Oh, just slipped the
with
arms.
Speed and
Oh,
cutting
look
back
at him go
inside. And still going for 2 or 3 yards.
There we go. Oh, there's going to
There's
get
a late flag.
unnecessary roughness there.
Unnecessary roughness or either another face mask.
Is it a face mask, you think?
It's one or the other, so it's a dead ball foul. Or it's a foul after the play.
That's
Either unnecessary roughness or face mask is a 15-yard penalty, so it's 15 yards from the end of run.
I think that's one of those situations where it's just a little bit of the size and age difference. The play looked a little bit worse because the running back's a little younger, a little bit smaller.
Dead ball foul on unnecessary roughness, yeah. So 15 yards penalty makes it an automatic first down for the Renegades.
That's definitely not what the Bears needed right now. They're trying
No,
to get out
you don't want to have a 15-yard penalty at all, but you don't want to have it in the situations close to the halftime when you're down by 2 points. The Bears will actually get the ball after halftime, so if they will be able to stop,
gives them a chance.
Give them a chance to make it a one-score game after the short break then.
Let's see here what the play call is. Are they going to be conservative? Are they going to go for it?
They still have enough time left, I think. The Renegades, so the Bears are putting up their front 7 a little more up front, like especially the linebackers.
Yeah.
Just about 4 yards deep right now.
Trying to have faith in their secondary in one-on-one situations.
There's still talks held between the Whitehead and the head coach of the Bears. He does not agree. I haven't seen a game that a referee changed his mind after talking to a coach.
No, but they got to set the tone. They got to make sure the coach is defending
the players.
Defending the players and defending the next play, the next call, right?
Right.
Or
sometimes you just want to get it fixed.
That
ball is wobbly, but
oh boy, he should have had that.
Yes,
very catchable ball.
The ball was a little wobbly, but was catchable.
It was catchable.
2
it was
hands
right on
on the
ball.
ball.
It was a receiver only type of ball. The DB wasn't going to be able to make a play on that. Again, he's going to wish that he had probably another chance at that pass. I like to see the ball get pushed deep, though. I think that's a good play. Loy's showing he's got the arm strength.
Yeah, you also give the defense a signal, hey, we can go deep, so don't put everybody up front.
That's right.
Makes your offense play calling a little bit different.
Oh,
there's a lot of
field.
grass, yeah. And if he can
here
bounce
he goes.
outside again,
Oh, I thought he might make the edge there. Good job by the DB.
Yeah.
He's done well to push him out of bounds.
Now the clock stops.
Now
I think Zurich's going to be at least in field goal position.
We don't know the exact time, but I think it's about 1 minute left, so still enough time.
Having that dual threat quarterback is always so
yeah, you can cover as long as you want, but if you are with your receiver, you're not at the quarterback when he runs. Yeah. That's the bad thing.
Here he goes. Oh, another quick pitch again. He really does
outside,
that nicely.
outside, and he steps out of bounds, stops the clock again. That's about a 10-yard run.
You can tell they've been playing together all year. You can see how quick they're able to do that.
Yeah. Very nice run, very well executed, actually. So first down, 1st and 10 on the 16-yard line. Into the red zone of the Bears.
We got a spread set here.
Again.
Let's see if they're going to go with the zone run. No, looks like they're going to look for a little swing. Oh, he zips it out. He almost got a hand on that. Look at the young kid.
Very nice, stiff arm.
Might have looked a little bit like a horse collar there, but I think he was actually on the back of the jersey, not on the back of the shoulder pads.
But he was on there for a long time.
He's done well had a pretty good strong stiff arm there as well. The running back.
Yeah, that's what every ball carrier likes, to stiff arm people, throwing them on the ground.
I don't know if you ever watch Good Morning Football, but it's always loved to see those angry runs. It's win one of those scepters.
And sometimes as a defensive player, you look so bad. Even NFL players look like they are babies, just getting put on their asses.
Yeah, it's happens. Okay, we got another. The zebras are getting water at the well.
Yes, and it's a timeout from the Renegades. And maybe we can get somehow the time.
There's probably an opportunity here where they're going to look to pass. I would say there's a few seconds left on the clock. Give them maybe a chance for two plays. Worst thing with such a little time left now is that you run the ball and just end up slightly short and don't come away with any points at all from this kind of yard line in the red zone. So I would assume it's going to be a passing down and a potential run by Lloyd if there's nobody open.
If he finds some grass, yes. 2nd and 9.
There we go, he sets back, quick pass. Oh, slips through. Defender's there.
Very well thrown ball.
Now the clock is stopped, so they got time to get the next play set.
Might be another pass. Or again, run from Lloyd if there's enough space.
I think Gallen hasn't shown too much variation on their defense. They're pretty consistent with how they're playing it. Basically a cover one situation, spread. There we go. Oh, he got popped there, and okay, well defended. Well defended, but
well defended.
That was maybe a little
honestly,
bit unnecessary.
That clock should not stop because he was pushed out of bounds backwards, so the clock should not stop. It's for a progress spot.
I think if you watch the replay here, you'll see Lloyd take quite a hit.
Yeah, he took a pretty big hit. Well, as long as he's like pretending to carry a ball,
yeah,
he is a runner.
He's a runner.
So he counts as a runner. And if you're running that option and you got a defensive lineman in your face, you got to get set down on your ass pretty quickly.
It's part of what you're trying to do as your concept, right? So usually give that defensive end directly to the quarterback so that the running back is free. Hate to see your quarterback take a shot,
yes. But especially not from a defensive line.
They've run it now a couple of times that you might see Lloyd give a little fake flip out there and tuck it himself. The defensive end will start to sneak out a little bit more to the pitcher every time.
So the Renegades might go for it to make it a 3-score game again.
Let's see how Lloyd comes back after the pop. It's been exciting to watch him play, actually. I haven't had the opportunity to see him play a full game. I've seen some film and heard lots of great things about how he is.
I've seen him in the semi-final and the final of the under 19.
That's right.
And he is of course very, very athletic players and fast too.
Spread situation.
4 down.
Oh, that's like,
a lot of pressure.
He's going to shake him on the run. Going to get there? Not quite. Not quite.
It's not enough. He stepped out of bounds on about 9-yard line.
St. Gallen's going to be quite happy about that.
They probably got to kneel it down to the halftime. I have no idea how many seconds are left, but it can't be that much.
You either take a big shot down the field here, which is like a punt if it gets intercepted, or you just kneel, probably take it into half and try and recoup. Be happy that you got one score and take that momentum into halftime.
And you get the ball back after halftime.
That's right.
They take the knee, And the referee showed to the defense. They got to take the knee, victory formation. It's called victory formation, even though you're not a victory now, but taking the knee, running the clock, makes it halftime on the relegation game. The Zürich Renegades are up 20-6. The St. Gallen defense struggled a little early in the game, but they then stepped up big. They had their fumble recovery.
Had a fumble recovery. That's one turnover, and as we said, there might be a little bit of adjustment in terms of the speed that they have to get used to from the difference in the B League versus the A League.
And maybe the offense will find a receipt for the second half. to be a little bit more productive too. Then we find out.
I think that's what we need to see out of them, really. I think the defense is sort of there, but the offense needs to put some numbers up.
Okay, this is the official halftime. We're going to be back in about 10 to 12 minutes. Have fun, get your drinks, and enjoy the halftime from the relegation game. Native Crew is presenting you. See you later.
With me this time, Coach Nick from the Bears. Coach Nick. Joining me this time, Coach Nick with the Gallen BEARS. Coach Nick, bad start to the game. What happened?
We had to get used to the game speed first. We were NLB speed. That's our normal speed that we're used to, and it was quite a difference to play against Zürich coming down from the NLA, and then we needed at least one quarter to get used to that. But I think then after that, in the second quarter, we did very well. We stopped them several times already with our defense. We were able to score, and we're going to get the ball back in the second half, and hopefully we're going to be back with a nice touchdown and hopefully a comeback then.
Yeah, I mean Zürich is in front right now, but everything's open still. You came back in the second quarter with this touchdown. What else for adjustments you have to make in the second half?
Well, we think that we will be better on stamina, that we can come back and run to the outside more often, hopefully, and throw in some short passes also, and then we can maybe also make some big play then in between, or our defense can come up with a big play, hopefully, and then a fumble or a block punt can really change the game.
And last question, how important was it to stop him yet right before the half?
That was a huge goal line stand from our defense. It was really important not to get a touchdown there in that phase of the game before the halftime, and we didn't want to risk anything with our offense, so we took a knee, and then we were going to deliver in the second half.
Thanks so much, Coach. Best of luck. Thank you. Thank you. Now we are waiting for the player from Zürich. Apparently we met for an interview. Apparently he's not here. 20-6 right now. Back to you guys.
waiting in the dark, like a quiet melody. That if I listened hard, I could hear the sound rising from the crowd. Every moment until now, I was dying to change from a spark to a flame. I want fire, fire, burns bright, a fighter to reach it, but the higher, higher, I fly and fall into pieces aside. Even when it's high, even when it's high, never gonna quit, never gonna stop. Fire, fire, tonight I'm lighting up the black sky. On the edge of giving up, letting go tonight. I have waited long enough. When I close my eyes, I can hear the sound rising from the crowd. Wanna let it out, 'cause I'm starting to change.
second half. Kicking off in a few seconds. Relegation game, Zürich Renegades. St. Gallen Bears. The Renegades are up 26. The Bears will get the ball for the second half.
See if they had a little time on halftime to put a plan together.
Pretty
Good
nice kick.
Fielded, and let's see if he gets north and south. No, he's sideways. That's usually a bad sign. He's able to scrub. No,
he's done.
It seems like you would get a lot more yards than you can get on these kickoffs sometimes. You know, he's wide open there.
It's probably easier to save from up here than on the field. If you have like 10 people with different color jersey running at you, it's not as fun as you might think when you're just a TV guy watching football on TV. Welcome you to the second half here, produced, presented by the native crew. It's me, Oliver Ollecraft, and Matt Hammer in the booth. Actually a nice breeze now.
It's lovely in the booth. I'm glad I'm not on the field today. It looks real hot out there.
Yeah.
Okay, we're starting with a little inside run. They seem to have a a little chance of a blocking, but a great play there made by, what is that, number 36?
36 again, yes. 35 actually. The Renegades. And it's second and almost 10 to go for the St. Gallen Bears. Pass through the middle. That ball's a little off target.
Yeah.
There was nobody there.
Third and short, third and long.
Now another maybe passing down. As a quarterback, it's hard to get good passes off when you have such a lot of pressure from tall defensive linemen.
Yeah, and if they've been trained right, they're usually getting their hands up in the line of passing lanes as well, which is even tougher, especially if you're not that tall quarterback. He doesn't look to be too tall. Go with the good jet. Has a good speed on it, but just not going to get around. Oh, and the ball's popped out.
They got the ball.
Definitely a fumble. It's looking like Zürich might
have it.
Let's see, we'll wait for the referee.
See who is on the ball. Oh, it's St. Gallen ball, I think.
Yeah,
yes, it's 4 down.
You don't want to give Zürich a short field, that's for sure.
Yeah. So that was the first drive of the St. Gallen Bears offense. Didn't went as planned, as they wanted to.
The jet is such a tough play, actually. I mean, it can be such a high reward, but sometimes you just the defense is there. They just string it out right to the sideline, which was pretty much happened there. And the defender made a play.
Almost get to
not really a great kick.
Short come to the 35, 36 yard line.
So the Zürich's going to start with a great field position here.
Yeah, already deep in St. Gallen territory. Actually, one of the first time this season I see a full 120 yard field.
It's actually nice. It feels comfortable.
Very
the lines,
nice.
the numbers on the
good.
field. It's done a really good job here. As we said earlier, we saw the robot working hard this morning.
Yeah, he probably was not the only guy who was working hard this morning to get that field done. Very well organized, and the stadium is filling up. The Broncos fan bus already arrived. So the big drums are here, like 4 of the big drums here. That will make a lot of noise. Oh,
designed run
nice
here
run.
by quarterback,
run, yes.
Doing his best Lamar
5
Jackson
yard
impression.
gain.
Lamar Jackson, league MVP last year, 3,000 yards passing, 1,000 rushing, and that's kind of,
the best
you
passing
can see that kind of player.
The best passing running back in the league.
There you go, exactly. Most successful halfback option pass.
Yeah. Oh, Renegades again with their twins formation.
See the front line from the. Oh, they got a good double team
oh,
there.
Very nice block.
Oh, great tackle. It's a good form tackle there.
That can hurt, and it looks like it hurt a little, but he's getting up on his own feet.
It's tough.
Yes. Short to the first down, I think.
Can't play running back without being tough.
Yes. Oh, it's first down. The first down.
Good pop, but he got the first down. He did his job. He got the yards he needed. And you just see the O-line from Zurich really double teaming well and really controlling the St. Gallen front four.
Going for the second level, not too fast.
We haven't seen St. Gallen really blitzing at all. They're just sitting there and letting those four guys work, which is
bouncing out.
Tough. Look at that. That's just good athletic play.
Takes step out of bounds. Do not take the hit.
Picked up a couple yards.
3-yard gain on that play.
Yeah, they're already breathing a little bit hard there on the defense.
Yeah, it's hot down there. I'm very happy I do not have to do
Zurich in a spread set.
Temperatures.
And a little action
again. Very nice. Executed again.
I think I'd like to see him actually try to keep that ball.
Tackle to get that first down done again. Close again.
Really perfected that pitch.
Yeah.
Left or right.
Probably not the first time they did it this season.
Not this season.
It does not look like they were just back to practice this week for the first time together.
That's right.
Actually, the Renegades had one more week to prepare for that game because the St. Gallen Bears had to play the Luzerne Lions a week ago. The Renegades had like 3 weeks to get their juniors into the program, into the senior program.
Zurich's out spread again here.
I was just told in the halftime that Lloyd will not come up to the seniors right now because he's still studying, has to go to the Army.
Okay.
So he might get off for a year.
And there's no discussion about him going anywhere overseas.
Not overseas, as far as I know, as far as I got. I also had a pretty interesting talk with Armand Manson, the head coach of the Bern Grizzlies. He is expecting a 50-0 lead for the Grizzlies in the Swiss Bowl for the halftime.
I don't know if he's expecting, but I think that's what their game plan is for.
He told me, you will see it's 50-0 for the halftime on the Swiss Bowl.
I think it's going to be an interesting
I would not bet a lot of money on that result.
I think that's going to be a tough one to call that at that. That's definitely not the game we want to see. It's either. Everyone wants to see a tough battle here between two really great teams and a couple of coaching staffs that really put a lot of effort.
Oh, very well placed ball.
Simple. Steps out, no hit.
3rd and 2 yards to go for another first down, or even 7 yards, 8 yards to the end zone. For the Renegades already, long drive, like not really long, but very well executed. Very controlled drive by the Renegades, not a lot of risky plays. No unnecessary plays being
They seem to be in a good position that way. The St. Gallen doesn't seem to have the reach on defense that they need to rein in everybody all at once.
Ooh,
that's the second low snap we've seen. Look at him.
He was not on the ground.
Just going to see an athlete make a play here, maybe.
Still, that could have been a pick.
May not have wanted to throw that one.
Pick, yeah. Probably throw that ball away instead of into a 3-defender group. That can get bad.
Sometimes a little bit of the overconfidence you can get too once you've been real successful after a
14-point lead right now. So if the Renegades have a reliable kicker, let him kick the ball through, then make it a 3-score game. But it looks like the Renegades are going for it.
Go for it. Comfortable to get 3 yards here.
4th and 3. Let's see what the
This will be another good stand for the Bears if they manage.
Pretty sure it will be a run.
There we go.
Nope.
He's going to throw it. He's going to get
it go by himself.
Oh, he got popped hard again.
He got some kind of hammer.
I think they managed to stop him there.
They stop him. They have a pretty bad field position, actually.
Like not the worst place to actually go for it.
But you're on their own 7-yard line. It makes you maybe a little too comfortable to not think about a possible safety.
You never want to see your quarterback take pops like that, though.
No, never. And it was not the first one today.
But the defense has done their job. They've gotten out the field. They haven't given any points up.
Yeah, as I said before the halftime, the defense from the Bears stepped up.
Yeah.
They were able to stop the Renegades again. Now we need to see
composure
something
here.
from the offense.
That's right.
We need to produce somehow some yards, either on the ground or through the air.
Looks like the defense might be coming here, trying to get that safety.
Trying to get a lot of pressure done.
Yep, and they are certainly bringing everyone. The ball's out quick,
Ball.
smart by the
Plays
quarterback.
better than he did
There we go.
before in the game.
Easy.
7-yard gain. Gets the ball out of the danger zone. So 2nd and 5 from the, let's say, 14-yard line.
That's an easy play, though. It sets up a nice situation. It's always good to have.
Renegades are
5
putting
yards off.
a lot of pressure again, or they're
Yeah, it looks
showing
like
a lot
they're-
of pressure again.
no, and I think they
Ooh,
got
that's
the
a good
jump this
play,
time.
Yes.
Ooh, and it's thrown a little behind him. He might have had the seam there if he had let him the right spot.
They get the first down for free then.
Sometimes you just like to see the quarterback in that situation take another little hesitation, let the receiver go for something deep.
And just put it in the air.
Yeah, he's got to try to be aware there. But at least gives him out of the shadow of the goalposts.
So therefore we have first down for the Bears. They are out of the danger zone. Of course, they are on their own 18 now. Like, call it, yeah, 18.
I mean, again, we got a first down for St. Gallen, but they didn't really get it the right way. You know, we don't want to see them move the ball
They
on their own
got
accord.
it through to fabric, then to play. But it was a well executed play. So hard counts against the defensive line. We already told about that. It's a pretty good way to get these yards done when you need them.
There we go. Patience, good play off, and does he get it out? He does.
Some
Try
kind
and
of
get
receiver
upfield.
screen,
Don't
but
get
there was
sideways.
nobody
Nobody
out there
making the block.
blocking.
Yeah.
So
He's got a little forward progress, probably 2 yards.
maybe 2, yes.
And they haven't really shown anything that's dangerous yet, though.
Not yet. It's pretty conservative football they play. The runs they tried, they weren't as successful as they want to be, so they need to go through the air somehow. The passes weren't on target too every time, so it's hard.
Got a motion over to trips.
Again.
Oh, and he's got the one-on-one that he's looking for, but he's throwing it up. And a good defensive position by the corner.
He was in a good position. He didn't defend it very well, but he was in good position. He was on his man, so there was no chance to get that ball in the hands of the receiver at this time.
He's done well. I mean, he's got there. He's in his hip pocket, and then he turns his head with the ball.
Yeah, it's
so
okay.
He's done pretty good. Number 23 for
As a
Zurich.
DB, you play often
Enzo
with your
Roth,
back through the quarterback,
Junior.
but as soon as you see
He's
the
coming up here. They got a little
reaching
man. Going to bring some heat.
out. A lot of pressure again.
One man here.
Showing a lot of pressure.
Take the easy one. Quarterback's just not quite seeing the lanes here and throwing with enough pepper, let's say. He's just not getting the ball out there
Not
fast
enough
enough.
steam on it. So therefore they go for punt. They have to go for punt again.
And now they're going to hope their kicker is able to give them at least a better field position.
Yeah, out of their own half maybe.
I mean, this would be an opportunity here as the defensive side, as a special teams coach, to try and do something to go after the balls here. You know, if you happen to block it, you set yourself up for potentially scoring. Something to think about. Coverage is in place. Kicks away. Looks like it's going to be short.
It'll be get down on the 50 about, depends on the bounce.
A little bit of a beneficial bounce.
They will not return it. So it's on the 43-yard line.
The series is, the field is a little bit longer this time than last, but still not really where you want to be.
There's a flag on the field,
Let's see what's
actually.
going to happen there. It's going to be a holding probably on the defense.
Holding or
The
pushing
return
the
team.
back, maybe.
Blocking the back potentially.
Let's see what they saw. It wasn't really relevant on the play, I think, but it was maybe something not okay. It's against a returning team. It's a holding on the returning team, okay.
It's going to be on the return team for sure. So they're going to get a little advance on their field position.
Yeah.
Now the punt feels a little better.
Yeah, yeah. There's you can question a flag like that because it wasn't really like play relevant. Maybe make it, or maybe there was already a talk to a player before. So, and if he does not get, as a referee, if you don't get the feeling that the player is taking you serious and is listening to your words when you're not throwing a flag first, then on the second time or third time you throw that flag.
Yeah.
We didn't saw that before if there was a talk to or something. But this is definitely a situation you can talk to a player and correct them a little on their behavior on the field.
Okay, so we see Zurich coming out here with the spread again.
Spread again, right.
Little inside hand off
middle.
simple. They really
Bounces
dominated that last.
outside.
Oh,
nice tackle.
Great close and tackle.
Very, very nice tackle.
Number
40 from the St. Gallen BEARS, Jan Hinder.
That's an
Young
excellent
man
play.
too, 20 years old. Making one of the best tackles today.
I think that might be one of the best tackles today. That was really a good close down on the thigh. It's done really good, and they looked like a run that was going to have lots of potential. Ended up with just a half yard.
Stopped it.
That's the kind of plays you need to get that defense excited.
The defense
Here comes
stepped
the running
up.
back.
Oh, nice
Down the
play.
side, little
And he
reverse
finds
jet
some
action
kind of hole, makes about 5 yards off gain. So makes it a 3rd and 6 maybe.
6, it looks like 3rd and 6.
So 5-yard penalty would not be enough for an automatic first down.
This is usually a good situation for a defense, but with the kind of quarterback that Lloyd is,
You
it
never know.
just makes
Yeah,
it tough.
yeah,
You
like
cover
6
everything
yards.
in the secondary.
He easily runs the 6 yards by himself,
Exactly.
but you still have to defend the pass first. So
There we go. He's looking, finds his man. Oh, and
and again a drop from number 4. Well, that makes it 4th down again for Renegades. Looks like they go with the punt team. So the defense of the Bears, they stepped up.
They have.
We definitely can say they stepped up big since the first drive of the Renegades. The Renegades scored 20 points in the first quarter and haven't scored yet.
The first 3 drives, really, exactly.
Yep.
I think.
And then they were stopped on every other drive. So now, is the offense of the Bears able to react somehow? What kind of plays they have in their back pocket, maybe?
Exactly. They've been waiting to use all year long. So you always have the 2 or 3 plays. Good coach always has 2 or 3 plays that he's waiting to use for that special occasion.
And that would be the moment right now.
And the punt's off. Pretty good punt.
Very nice punt, yes.
And here we go. Let's see if he's got a seam. Good. He's getting north and south. Oh, and the ball's come out. I think the Bears have recovered it.
Yeah, the Bears have it.
I like what the return man did there by getting north and south right away, but he's got to make sure you protect the ball. Here he comes on the replay. Yeah, it just pops out. It's a great hit. The Bears are lucky that they didn't set themselves back here.
Yeah, that would be a little upsetting for St. Gallen, for the defense, especially for St. Gallen. So now let's see. Like, it was a 3 and out on the last drive. So the defense of the Renegades didn't have a long break on the sideline.
Right.
Let's see how they can go.
Where they can find some success. Looks like this is probably going to be a run play, from my perspective. No, he's going to look a quick pass and simple tackle. Okay, they've done it right there.
7 yards.
One of the things you got to do in this level of football here too is you got to go back to the well. You got to sometimes find those 3 or 4 plays that work. You got to milk them a little bit.
Yes, just play again.
Especially with a team that's having a tough time figuring out Zurich's defense.
And the other thing is you cannot reinvent football, so if you have a play that works, use it.
Let's see what they do here. They might have an opportunity with the inside out to the left again and stopping.
Yeah, the timing between quarterback and receiver is not the best.
Not perfect today. And we're starting to see some of the burn players out there with their jerseys on.
Down there. Some are already dressed, some are not.
Everyone's got a process going into a big game.
So looks like a lot of pressure from the Renegades on that third down.
Yeah.
And
think
Gonzalez
the
taking a timeout. They
timeout
tried
by
it with
the
a hard
coaches.
count again to make that 5 yards for free and the first down for free again, but that didn't work out as well as it did before. Not yet.
You got to have that play. I mean, the quarterback's got to have a hot call when he sees that the pressure's coming, that he's got some receiver that's going to be filling in where that linebacker's leaving from. And they need to take advantage of it.
If he's coming.
If he's coming. I mean, that
You need to read that pretty
certainly looked
quickly.
like they were going to. What we got over here? Guys warming up. Stands are starting to fill up more and more.
It will be a nice crowd today. That could be one of the more interesting Swiss Bowls in the last maybe 10 years.
The stadium here is really quite nice too. We got a lot of shade for people to sit in on this sunny
Not as
day, which is
new
really nice.
as you might think, but it's pretty nice. The stands are pretty nice, pretty steep.
Yeah, you have everyone has
Very
a good
good
view.
on the field. Very nice place here. Pretty central also in Switzerland, so like everything is far away for Geneva and Chur. But
Yeah, that's
but
exactly.
like for the majority of
Talking
Swiss
about that a little
football.
earlier today, weren't we? It's,
We were on the road, right?
yeah.
So we have 3rd and 2 for the Gallen BEARS.
This is a big down for the Bears here.
This is a
They
big
need
down for the
to
Bears,
try
yeah.
and convert this to give themselves that momentum. Get
to
out.
get somehow somewhere with that ball.
There we go. Good snap. Controlled, and
Oh,
he's got it.
he
Looks like he's got it. But he's short, I think.
I think they spot him on the line, so it might be enough. It depends on where they spot the ball.
Let's see here. The referee.
Like the referee on our side is a little more far than the referee.
I think they're going to
on
measure
the-
this one.
They got to give
Oh,
it
he's
because
gonna
on
give
the
it.
line, slightly over the line. So first down Bears.
I think I would have asked for a measurement.
Yeah, well,
But, you know, maybe that's the referee saying it's a 14-point lead here. But that's good. I mean, the Bears need that, and they gives themselves another set of downs to work with.
Right.
There we go. Got a motion over to trips again. Regular things. 3 guys running.
Oh, no,
there we
he
go.
has
Run, run,
time.
run. He's got it. No, he's going to pick him up late.
Ooh. Would have been a good read because he was like open, but still not enough steam on the ball, not enough pressure on the ball.
I think he's going to. Coach is probably telling him that that's an opportunity to tuck the ball and run. He's an athlete. Your quarterback is usually an athlete out there on the team, you know, playing here. If you're a local kid, you're usually one of the more athletic ones. Sometimes you need to take that ball and tuck
just
it
run.
and run it yourself.
He could have made 5-6 yards.
Exactly, which would have
great.
put them in a good situation.
Yeah, now it's 2nd and 10. Still not a bad situation, but could have been better.
Got a crowd up on the line here from Zürich.
Showing up
He's gonna
pressure.
come, yeah, he's
Yes,
bringing it.
coming.
He's got through, get rid of the
And
ball.
he got
He's up.
ooh, yeah.
And he's taking a little bit of a hit on the back of the helmet there. I think it was clean though.
Pretty big guy trying to catch a ball there.
Number 85,
Thomas Schrepfer.
number 32 on the cover, coming over top. Moreno, Vidova. He's done good to come over top. Nice
And
safety
luckily he
shake.
got rid of the ball early enough, so otherwise he would have hit pretty bad from the blind side
Yeah.
this time. Because he's a left-hand quarterback, the blind side is coming from the right end.
Right side. The money is on the right side of the
Money's
line.
on the right side, right. If there would be any money.
Well, we all have to dream and aspire to something.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Okay, we got a good snap. Ball's out. He gets it out, and like, oh, he's really
That was
badly
not bad.
overthrown that. Just feeling the pressure a little bit
Yeah.
too much from
Yeah.
Zürich.
Yeah. The pressure is good from Zürich, of course.
They seem to be getting somebody
But
through most of the
But
time.
at least somehow, somebody should be somehow in the area you throw the ball to. Otherwise, it's getting pretty hard to catch the ball for one of your teammates if there's nobody around there.
Set up for the punt. Oh, the kicker, I didn't really realize this, but he's really quite short, actually. He's not himself, but in terms of his position, only 9 yards deep. Trying to save every yard, I guess.
Punt to the left of the field, getting out of bounds at the 25-yard line of the Renegades.
So they're winning the field position game,
There's
but they're not
a
really
late
getting.
flag against probably number 36 from the
Yeah,
Renegades.
I'm pretty sure that's a late
It's a
sportsmanlike.
It's unnecessary roughness probably. Could be an unsportsmanlike conduct. If you get a second one, you go for shower first. Well, in an old stadium like this, you might do it because then you're the guy that has the warm water in the shower.
Yeah. You might just appreciate a cold shower after today running around anyway.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Maybe so. Like 36, probably getting like 15 yards. That will be half a distance actually. Pushing back the Renegades to their own 13-yard line then.
So as I was saying here, the St. Gallen Bears is winning on the field position. They're
Yep.
moving the right way, but they're not moving the right way with the offense. They're not getting it done on the offensive side. It's a bit more
If you
special
can
teams
see
positions.
maybe like a
little
big
bit of
play
penalties on
from the
Zurich.
defense, picking off
I mean, that's-
Zurich or something.
Seems like they've been.
But even then, the offense has to do something.
They have to do something. Otherwise, you know, everyone says defenses win championships, but
Yeah, but
it's
if
really
the
hard to
offense
win.
does not score,
it's really hard.
And they already got 3 scores, so like it's just a 2-score game actually. But run through the middle, nice bounce to the outside. Oops. He almost lost the ball, but has like 5
He's a
yards.
little bit of
on
an
his
exciting
carry.
runner. I think he could be really nice to see develop over the next couple of years.
And he's 18 years old. as I
Yeah.
said. I think he has at least 1 more year left for the under-19 program if they do not bring him up already.
Pardon me.
We'll see.
The under-19 national team had a little bit of a tough bout there
They have
recently.
Czech Republic. They play Germany and Czech Republic.
Oh, there
Ooh,
we
bad
go.
snap, but he's on the ball right now this time.
I know it's one of the things that you know you got a new situation between the quarterback and the center, so that's a little bit uncomfortable. There's been a few balls that have been low, and a couple times I think quarterback's just taking his eyes off the ball a little bit too soon. It's the third or fourth time they put it on the ground.
3rd and 8 now.
Again, the defense.
The defense of the Bears.
Yeah.
Making a lot of pressure, adjusting to the offense of the Renegades.
They're just sort of playing a bend and don't break defense. There we go. Scrambling around, he's got the ball out, and he's, oh, there we go.
and he's left
He's got the first down,
ball.
though.
He got the first down, of course. But there would have been a lot of grass ahead of him if he would
If
not
he would have stayed on his
fall
feet,
down
yeah.
on his own,
I think he had the defender out of position.
Yep.
Really impressive to see it again. I've said it before. He's the young kid, number 10 there, Lloyd. He really zips the ball quite nicely. Got good footwork. First and 10.
First and 10 on their own 25.
Inside run. Oh, and he's got a seam.
Ooh. He's making about 7 yards again. Offensive line of Zurich is blocking very, very well.
I
up
think
front.
they are too.
They're
They're
releasing right on the
controlling.
right timing to the second level.
Double teams, combo blocks. Seems like they've got some
Very, very
consistency
nice.
there. Then you see the
Quarter actually.
Bears
So,
defensive line feeling like they're on the field too much.
Pretty quick quarter actually.
It was a quick quarter, yeah.
Well, not a lot of through the air, a lot of tackles inbound, so not a lot of reasons to stop the clock.
Switch sides here. Everyone's
Sides.
grabbing the quick water.
Getting hydrated a little. Swiss Bowl will start at 6. We gotta be live at about 5:30 with some pregame stuff done by Kim Rellini. Pro Football Switzerland host. We'll have some interviews, some sideline information, some insider stuff for you before the Swiss Bowl. So tune in a little earlier than the kickoff to get some interesting information. Renegades 2nd and 1. Might go deep with that down. Let's test the DBs of the Bears again.
Yeah, I think that's what I
four
would do.
receiver set. You have a pretty reliable offensive line. Pretty good
I
offensive
think I
line.
would take a
protecting
chance here
very
too.
well.
There it
Yes.
is. Oh, it's going to escape.
And
No.
oh,
And I think he's got just back to
Oh, that's not enough for the
line of
first down. Of
scrimmage.
course. Not yet. Probably not yet.
Yeah, it's going to be
First down. They rule it first. Okay. So first and 10 on the 35. The offense of Renegades is playing.
Bears out. Renegades in a spread. Look at that. Lots of lane.
Nice ball through the middle of the field, and he
For
got
progress, going to be about 9 yards.
Yes, about 9-yard gain. Almost enough for the first down, but not enough yet. Again, a second and short. It's what you like as an offensive coordinator, because your play calling is like
do
you
anything
can do
you want.
anything you want, because you have like then third down. If it doesn't work, you have the third down, and that's then usually an easy third down.
We got second and an inch or two here.
Yeah.
Yeah, the defense, this is where the defense starts to get a little bit worn, but on the field a lot. Really holding the Bears together is the defense today, but it eventually catches up with you. Got some push, good blocking everywhere. Really buying time.
And he's tossing the ball.
Good.
Oh, wow, what a catch.
He's really showing that he can play.
Yeah, I wish I could have done that with 18 years old.
Yeah, Lennox.
Lennox again.
Grouchy on the play. Makes a little bit of an acrobatic catch.
Some kind of spectacular.
Yeah, it's just a little soft touch with the quarterback. Finds the hole, drops it in, lets the athletes make a play.
Yep.
That's what you want to do.
Get the first down done.
Go, simple
And then
run.
he runs with the ball. He gets the ball like 3 yards again. 2, 3 yards, yes. They're welcoming the Helvetic Guards board, some of the board members of the Helvetic Guards in the stadium. They had a pretty good conversation with the Swiss Federation last couple of weeks, working together as good as they can.
Trips left with Zürich here. Lloyd's coming out.
Left,
Got
yes,
some time,
and he's
and
going
got a lane.
himself.
There
Oh,
we
and
go.
he is finding
Now
some
let's
grass.
see the young lad run.
He is
Let's go.
fast. And gets tackled.
That's an excellent run. He's really showing himself as a
70
real
yard short.
composed
to the
leader
end zone.
at quarterback.
And there you maybe saw the difference between National League B and National League A speed. Number 40, the linebacker of the St. Gallen Bears. I'm pretty sure they do angle tackling in practice over and over again.
I'm pretty
But
sure.
Lloyd was just too fast to get that angle adjusted to probably any other player he was practicing against, or even Lloyd is an under 19 player. His speed is insane on the field.
He's a real athlete, and the national program's going to hopefully get some benefit out of that as he moves up into the men's team. It'll be exciting.
After his year off, maybe. Even if he will not play on quarterback, because maybe the Zürich Renegades will get an American quarterback for the next season. You never know.
I think that it's time. I see the league kind of looking in a different direction moving forward. I think the opportunity there for more local quarterbacks is starting to be understood. That's valuable.
But getting off for a year and then coming back as a starting quarterback for a senior team in the National League, that might be tough. But maybe you can put him probably on every position, like Leroy Rimoli, the guy from Winterthur.
Yeah.
The offensive rookie of the year that played very, very well for the Warriors. He's like such an athlete too. He can throw the ball, he can run with the ball, he can catch the ball. This is how you want to build your youth program, so you can use the players on multiple positions.
And you got somebody like Lloyd who's actually able to perform at a national level at a
level already.
Right there, and then you can use your import player somewhere else on the field. That's a mismatch that most teams are not usually ready for. You have a receiver and a running back, for example.
Or a receiver. Like
having a running back is a great opportunity for any team.
oh wow, what a
He's
nice
gonna go
blocking.
for number 3.
And
quite
he's
there.
not in yet. 1 yard short, but that blocking on the left side of the offensive line of the Renegades was just wow.
Yeah, just pushing him
Like,
around.
whew. And he found the hole pretty quickly.
Yeah, that's a good little
Inside, like a reach block to the defensive end and put him inside of the field.
And another shining star for Zürich, really. I mean, young, still a junior next year even, and he's excelling out there today.
And he's delivering more than he could ever been asked for at this stage of his career. And also his blocking is not that bad. Oh, that was probably block in the back. Wow, late flag. Block in the back, 25. Yeah. The first block he threw was good. But I think the second block he did, maybe we see it on replay, might be a block in the back. It was a nice effort he put in, but probably not in the rules.
The replay was a little bit too late there.
Let's see what it was. So, yeah, it's a block in the back. Must be against a number 25. That's what, as far as I saw on the play. Actually, it's easier to ref from up here than on the field.
It's quite a view.
So they should have a ref up here for the entire game and have some mic on for the people down here.
You've spent a little time reffing yourself.
Yeah, true, yeah. It was fun, actually. I love to ref. You can be closer to a game and not getting injured or banged up than being a ref.
There we go.
And the option again.
Speed option.
I haven't played that play for a long
Great close.
time now.
Great close by the safety there.
Got another flag on the field.
30. Dominique.
There might be a holding on the offense, so they could decline it for 3rd and 10 or 3rd and 12.
That was a nice fast close though. That was well done.
Looks like it's a penalty against the offense, so they can take it 10 yards from the spot now and replay the second down or decline it. They take it, so they go 10 yard back. Means 2nd and 22 through the end zone. So 2nd and 22 looks better for the defense of the Bears.
Yeah. They got 22nd and goal.
They get 20 yards for free. The defense got 20 yards for free. So it's 2nd and goal from the 22-yard line.
I feel like this is a run situation here. Reset, looking.
Getting off to the ball. Oh, wow.
Oh, out of bounds, I think.
What a catch. Yeah, he was out of bounds, but what a catch. He saw the ball very late. That was very close to a completion, I think. But he might step out of bounds with his first feet on the ground. So 3rd and goal, 22 yards to go. For the Renegades, it's just a 14-point lead. It's a 2-score game. Still a 2-score game.
Since first quarter, we haven't seen them put any points on.
And we just have seen the touchdown from the Bears close to the second half. So close to the second half. Before the halftime.
Spread offense. Lloyd's looking deep. He's got a
And
man. Now his defender's there, and it's a touchback. I think that's an INT.
That's a pick, touchback.
I think the defense has done their job again. You can't fault them too much.
If there is any situation today that the offense of the Gallen BEARS need to step up somehow, it's right now.
It's right now.
If
Otherwise
they can go on the scoreboard, then probably the Zurich Renegades got to get broken.
Yeah, that's a potential there. Definitely would be great to see a score here and then kind of bring a little bit of excitement to the last few minutes of the game.
So the Bears will get the ball on their own 20-yard line. And the offense wasn't as productive as they wanted to be on the last drives, like on the whole game almost.
Spread, motion over
So
to trips.
let's see what they have.
Most of the game. A little pitch. Finally, something outside. And they're going to get a couple yards. He stepped out of bounds. He's got himself.
And then there's
now we got another late.
an angry flag from the sideline ref. It's like, well, it's not necessary, but it wasn't as hard as maybe the penalty is, because it's a 15-yard penalty for a late hit. It was a yard out of bounds, but it was just like a little push.
Just a little shove. Didn't get his body on there. Didn't get a helmet on him.
I think they got to take the flag back, maybe. Because it was more of a push than something that could hurt somebody. Oh, they go for it. So it's a 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
It certainly was a foul, but you know, maybe not the one you want to see called.
No. Not in this situation.
In this situation, but again, first down for St. Gallen, which they vitally needed, and but maybe not the way they want to be getting it. It'd be nice to see them earn it a little bit on the offense instead of being given it by the defense.
So there are talks between the head coach and the refs on the Zurich sideline. Long time no points.
Long time no points.
And still not a boring game. It's going back and forth. The Zurich RENEGADES offense did very well. They didn't score it. They got an interception. They produced an interception.
There's a couple of turnovers on both sides.
Yes. And now the St. Gallen offense got their first down again for free.
Yeah.
15 yards and 15 yards and 15 yards. It's half of the field.
It's been pretty good to see how composed St. Gallen is, and it talks a little bit about the coaching and fitness level, things like that, in terms of not having any penalties, really. Yeah. It's always shows a sign of the quality of the team, quality of how they're working together, how they play the game.
Quality of the sideline too.
Yeah.
The offensive line coach of the St. Gallen Bears, Michael Kallenberger, he was a former national team player too, offensive lineman, together with Stefan Fritschi, playing for the Hohenems Blue Devils for a long time.
That's a good quality football over in Austria.
Yeah. I was with him and Fritschi on the team like 2012, I think, back in the day. So he's a pretty nice guy actually, and he's a pretty good coach. He was one of the real hard playing offensive linemen, helmet first. But not because of his age.
We got a double motion here, which is kind of nice to see. Something a little unique.
There's a lot of pressure.
Oh boy!
And he might scared to run.
Yeah, I think that's not what you wanted to see.
You put him on his ass.
Like to see a quarterback in this situation, you know, try and get it done.
I mean, if he's a young guy with 20 years old, 21 years old,
maybe a little nervous of the bigger.
We're scared
that D-line than he's used to seeing.
Some other white people, like white-shirted people, are running from somewhere he cannot see them.
You know, the white shirts make you look a little bigger than you are, right?
So white makes fat. That's why I'm wearing black.
There's no horizontal stripes on there. So.
No, the stripes make skinny, actually.
The vertical ones. Okay, the ball's up, and
that's a pick.
There we go. Now we're going to have a defensive opportunity here to, and we got another slide.
He's taking the ball, securing the ball for the Renegades. There is not a lot of time left, maybe like 6 minutes or something, so the Renegades start to manage to clock 2.
Thomas Grant is good to adjust to the ball. 28 from Zurich with the interception. Just like those kick returns and punt returns as a DB, you know, you get your hands on that ball maybe 4 or 5 times a year. You want to see if you can make something happen, put some points up.
Sometimes it works.
I guess he didn't see a lane, so get the offense out on the field. Patient, nice patience behind the running, behind the wall.
He's pushing his offensive lineman, also an under-19 teammate from this season, to follow him. 5-yard gain. It's exactly what you want as a coach on an inside run like this. 5 yards, perfect.
Yeah, the running back doesn't need hard to get.
You need.
Hit until he gets to 4 or 5 yards. That's a great situation for any offense.
Perfect. Opens your playbook to almost everything. So 2nd and 5.
A bit of a low snap. Picked up. He's looking. Eyes down the field.
Ooh, and a little bit overthrown this time.
number 30. A little quick
Looks
guy.
like Lennox got a little banged up on his right feet.
Dominique Gerschwiler again closing to the ball. The ball is a little overthrown.
Lennox hurt his feet somehow. Hopefully nothing serious to end the season like this. You don't want to get, you don't want to have to see a doctor the day after the game, on the last game especially.
Last game of a regulation. Got the medics out on the field.
Yeah.
Team trainer taking a look. Huh? Looks like he's going to be able to walk it off.
Up on his feet.
That's good. Might be an opportunity for him to say thank you very much. You worked hard today. He certainly carried the load.
14-6 for Lennox against the Bears.
That's actually true. I mean,
he still put 14 points on, 2 touchdowns, 2 extra points he kicked.
If the game were to end right now, you might very well see him as the MVP of the game.
Yeah.
18 years old, MVP.
Yeah, 18 years old, performing at that level, this age on a game like that.
Well, you know, now we get to see the next running back on the team, which is maybe an opportunity. He's got a swing to the sideline there. There he goes, a little dump. Lots of room. He's made a few people
nice
miss.
Cut inside, get to go for the first down.
First down. It's always nice to come in off the bench and get a rep right away.
Yeah. He used to be the starting running back usually for the Renegades, as far as I know.
Right.
So there's not a bad guy coming in there, not a replacement guy that has to play now. So actually the starter is back on, or the designated starter. Well, Lennox did a hell of a job as an 18-year-old player. Bouncing outside, nice stiff arm.
He's going to get an edge, not quite.
And he goes out of bounds, like 2-yard gain.
It's something that kind of noticed over my years over here. You kind of have to find that running back who has that special ability to stick their foot in the ground and get north after that. When they're running sideways, all of a sudden they find that crease and stick their foot in and change the direction up to the field. Sometimes these guys get a little bit stuck on running sideways, which is
a little less painful usually.
A little less painful potentially, yeah. But yeah, he's looking here, lots
very
of time.
Nice pass protection. Oh, that's
that might be a
lot of contact. Yeah.
That was a pass interference a little early on the backside of the receiver.
Yeah, the ball was maybe a little overthrown, but could have been catched by the receiver. So that's a 15-yard penalty. That's a bad thing on NCAA rules compared to the NFL rules. It's not a spot foul. Yeah. It's at max a 15-yard penalty if it's further away than 15 yards. If it's in the 15 yards, you get the ball placed on the spot of foul. But you get automatic first down then. Even if it was not a DPI, like a defense pass interference, you could still call it an unnecessary roughness because he was a defenseless player on that situation, and he got hit pretty bad from the back, almost in the helmet and neck area. So I think they are discussing. They take the flag back, so no DPI.
They're saying not
catchable. Overthrown, maybe. Yeah. I still think it's better to throw a flag and take it back than to not throw a flag on a bad situation like that and not have the possibility to talk about it.
Yeah.
That's why you have 8 referees on the field. Of course, not everybody has his eyes on the play. Not everybody should have his eyes on the play.
I think the referees have done pretty good today.
Yeah,
I mean, we've seen
they
some
let
calls
them play.
they've discussed things when they needed to, and they've gotten it right. There we go. Moving. Oh, and
he gets the ball in his hands.
Oh,
steps out of bounds. But first down, Renegades.
Nice.
He had a lot of time. Then he ran out the pocket, and he still found a receiver somehow.
He really throws the ball well on the run, as you mentioned.
Nice. Then Winkler got the ball in.
Gabble. Again, and the defense is for St. Gallen's just been out there. So many more plays than the
Yeah,
offense.
it looked like a little exhausted too.
Inside run, lots of men out
Ball
front.
reach through the middle.
Yeah, see there,
Got a
the
6
running
yard
back
run.
got a little bit excited and got just in front of his O-line. If he would have just been a little more patient there, he could have get himself a second opportunity to make another break. But still a good gain, 5 yards, first down.
Yeah.
Now we got 2nd and 5. That's always a nice situation here where you can still get a first down on the 1 or 2 yard line. That's really
So
lets
Gallen shows a lot of pressure up front.
trying
There,
to plug up everything.
And
Just
Lloyd
slipped through.
to the outside.
Oh,
Oh,
and
he's taking that hit. And he almost got to the first down.
Lowers the shoulder there. I think that was a little bit of a nice play by Lloyd, realizing he's a DB and not a linebacker, trying to put the shoulder down.
Taking a hit from a DB might not as hurt as much as from a linebacker, usually. I would not say that on the second game, because if you get hit by Jay Liggins from the Burn Grizzlies, I'm pretty sure you get hit pretty bad.
Little speed,
Yes.
weight ratio going on
NFL
there.
practice squad player.
For sure. 3rd and short.
3rd and short.
Go a little inside run. Is he going to shake him? No.
But
the
nice
defense
reaction
gets there.
from the defense, yes.
All right. Now they're certainly going to go for this, I see.
Yeah, the most important thing is the clock does not stop. So it might be about 3.5 minutes left.
I think if we were in a situation here where we had the Lennox in, I think they would run the speed option down here, but it's going to be probably something a little different.
Bears still putting 5 guys on the line.
Sure, you can hear the noise in the background here. Crowd into it, trying to get St. Gallen's defense in place.
Timeout for the
give them an advantage.
Renegades. The Renegades might saw that the Bears are putting a lot of people up front. So that probably makes your play decision not as good as it was. So you take a timeout.
I see on the adjacent field here, we see the Burn team already getting loosened up.
Yeah, and the Broncos team
just making their way
looking
over.
for shade. Trying to get as less sun as possible. When I was talking to Armand, like the head coach of the Grizzlies in the halftime break of that game, he told me that they have chosen to take the other sideline because of the noise.
Oh yeah?
But now they realize maybe there will be some shadow on that side already when the game begins.
Right.
There will be.
So the Broncos are on this that's certainly an advantage, I would say, if you manage to get some shade over here. That's
Yeah, that could be an advantage for sure. So the Renegades with their 4th down, 5 yards to go for a first down or 7 for the end zone.
got spread again here for Lloyd.
Gallen's putting 6
and he's gotten the
that's
jump. He's got a free play, and he knows it. And he puts the ball in.
Caught, but it makes it then a 4th and 2 yards.
It's going to be.
That's easier to do.
I think that's going to be a first down, no?
No. It's like half the distance.
It's a half the distance call. Okay.
Yes, because it's inside 10. So it makes about a 4th and 2. So.
Again, showing maturity at quarterback. Hard count. Line not jumping.
This is
doing it well enough to get the defense to jump.
Yeah, now they got to take it. You cannot just do 5 yards. So it's a 4th and 1 now. It's a complete different situation. 4th and 1, then 4th and 5. And you can close the game with that ball, actually.
Yeah.
It's not a lot of time left.
This is ultimately will be the nail in the coffin for the Bears if they Renegades are able to convert. There it is, straight design run. Ooh, I don't think he's going to get there.
First down, probably.
I don't think he's going to get
no
there.
touchdown for sure, but it looks like they rule it the first down?
I believe he's going to be short.
Short to the first down?
I think so. We're going to get our first measurement of the day.
No.
There we go.
Okay, the Gallen BEARS got back the ball.
Defense,
Still just a 2-score game.
Keeping them in the game. Somehow just keeping them in the game. They should be proud of themselves today, really.
Yeah, they can be proud, of course. They got beaten on the first 3 drives, and not again since then.
Yeah.
Not even on a field goal. So.
All right, so we got the Bears taking over the ball on their 2-yard line. It's always
on
tough.
their own 3-yard
Play
line.
call here is usually something deep to the outside or a quick hitting run. But
Probably
their
not through the
inside run
middle.
hasn't been so effective.
No.
Look at, they got bunch, so they're springing at something new here. Zurich's not going to get too worried, it looks like. They're just playing relaxed on it.
Yeah,
So
well.
it's the right way to play. There's their quick run, but again,
And
that
they
looks like
end
it's
up
going to
on
be
their own goal line.
safety, I think.
I don't think safety. The ball was out of the line, but it's very close to their own end.
Very close,
Even
yeah.
closer now. So that would be the game too. Like if that would have been a safety, but
So it's unfortunate to say, and we're still hoping that something exciting happens, but it's, you know, it looks very much like St. Gallen's offense isn't going to be able to figure out the puzzle today.
not against a Zurich defense like this. A lot of pressure. The holster. Well, that doesn't change a lot because it makes your play just like 5 centimeters, 2 inches closer to your own goal line. But that does not change a lot. So.
And more people slowly streaming in, getting ready for the Swiss Bowl coming up here. At 6
Could be one of the better attended Swiss Bowls in the last years. I have no idea on how many people signed for tickets. We got to figure out that between the game, or between the games, when this game's end. We will for sure have a little time.
There we go. There we got the quick pass.
Yes,
As
and incomplete.
I still like to see on those situations when you're on your goal line that you take a shot, deep outside shot. I think that's always a good way to.
If you have enough time for it, yeah.
If you have enough time, but
if not, the game is over.
3rd down and very long here.
Like we have like maybe I haven't seen the 2-minute warning to be honest, but we might already are inside 2 minutes.
The referee's looking at his watch.
Yes. Another pass.
There we go.
Incomplete.
That's what I would have liked to see earlier in the first down sort of area.
Get the ball a little through the air.
That's going to be
probably make
a wrap.
Now you get a punt from your own end zone.
Exactly.
But as you said on the lost punt, the punter is not staying so far back.
He's not taking his full 15 yards.
But if he steps on the white line behind him, that would be a safety then. So he needs to figure out how close he can get to the, or how far he can get away from the snapper. That's actually one of my dream jobs, long snapper in the NFL. You still make about $400K a year.
Oh, we got something here.
Maybe a free play. Yeah, they try to. That's a free play because of the false start. So that's five more yards.
A little more breathing room for the punt.
Yeah.
Another penalty that doesn't really change the outcome too much.
Not really. So therefore they have a 4th and
it's almost
like
a smart time really for them to try and jump, get a good jump, maybe get a block.
Yeah, why not? Put a jump on the ball and get that defensive touchdown. Yes, we're now talking about standout players today. Still number 25 from the Renegades. He will not come back to the game as it looks.
Looks like he's done his job already today quite well.
Lag is done for the day.
We got a short punt.
Short, but a good hang time.
Good hang time. And a little bit of
a good bounce
too.
Almost a 50-yard line. So let's see.
Get the offense out one more time. They'll probably take a couple of shots just
or
to
even
see if they
take
can
the knee,
end.
maybe if there is not a lot of time left.
We're down to the last inside the last 2 minutes here for sure.
Yeah. I think so too. So they might go with victory formation. We see.
Hear the noise building. The energy is building in the stadium here this afternoon. Hopefully we'll have most
we had
of the
3 scores in the first quarter. We had 1 score in the second quarter, and we had no score since then.
Yeah, no,
Since the
exactly. It's
touchdown
been a
of
little
the-
bit of a defensive back and forth. I would say St. Gallen's probably won the field position game mostly. They just haven't been able to move the ball on offense. Zürich has been quite helpful when too many
looks
penalties
like that's the
themselves.
game.
It looks like the game with the final knee.
Yes.
So
the Zürich
young
Renegades
leader.
will remain in National League A for sure for the 2023 season. And maybe the St. Gallen Bears will come up on the green table, as we call it.
So it looks like it's an option. I mean, they seem to be running an organization which is well
Getting
working in
2
the right way
Americans
and
on the roster.
doing
and
things right. But
they
you know, you
probably
can see the little bit of difference that where they need to fix things.
Well,
Now,
the
how
people out
how
there-
would that team be if they had a couple of different people in there as imports? That the National League A tends to usually have each team a couple of imports. It might give them that little bit of edge that helps them be a bit more competitive.
Keep the good work up. And yeah, thank you very much to have us on the stream. We got to be back in maybe 45 minutes about to the pre-game. We will be back. Our sideline reporter, Kim Raulini, with our camera girl, Serena, they will be back very quickly for a preview, some sideline stuff before the game.
Congratulations, Zürich.
Congratulations, Zürich,
Good
to
win.
reign the League A. And we got to see, or at least see you later. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Herzliche Gratulation an Zürich Renegades. Liebe Damen, Man of the Match, der 18-Jährige mit dem 25 auf der Rücken, mit dem blauen Helm, Grenchen.
Hey, take a knee, 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 take a knee. I ben steeds te One line. One line to the side.
Oh mein Gott, das ist der Leber. Engelsmann! Das ist von dir!
Was für ein Footballfest, das ist das Ziel vom ersten Game. Schön sind wir da gewesen. Jetzt haben wir noch 1 Stunde Zeit zum Kickoff. Wir lassen uns los am 4. Tor, mit dem Über. Nummer 2, Zalando Broncos gegen Nummer 1, Bern Grizzlies. Und am Punkt 60 geht's los mit dem Willkommen. Schön sind ihr da gewesen, ein gutes Miteinander. Am Mikrofon für euch. Ja.
Wir?
And I need Omar for the doping test.
Ja, bin ich jetzt raus? Ich bin jetzt raus, oder wie? Warum? Nee, du gehst runter.
Das kann ich abziehen, aber nicht. Ja, kann ich auch nicht geschnappt.
Hey! 12 Finale ist der meiste. Okay, Jungs, die fertig. Lennox, willst du kurz zu Kimmel? Are we done? You want to say something?
Alle Junioren mit Jersey abzurücken.
Lennox, mach mal!
Jawohl, wir können auf Pitch machen, sobald bereit ist.
Bei mir jetzt so Lennox Gauci Man of the Match. Was Spiel, was ist durch den Kopf gegangen?
Es war klasse, ich bin nicht angekommen, ich war recht nervös am Anfang, mein erstes Senior-Game, obwohl ich noch nächstes Jahr in U19 spiele. Ich habe meinem Team vertraut, sie haben mir vertraut und schlussendlich hat es gepasst und es hat mir sehr Spass gemacht, endlich mal mit meinen Teammates auch vom First Team zusammenspielen. Ich habe wirklich Spass gehabt, ja.
Du bist 18, nächstes Jahr noch ein Jahr und 19 bist du angekommen, hast absolut bald. Was ist wie deine Aktionen so? Was ist durch den Kopf gegangen?
Ich mache immer das, was ich immer mache. Ich gebe immer 100%. Ich finde, ich mache viel off the field, trainiere ich einfach jeden Tag ganz viel und ich glaube, das hat es am Schluss gezeigt.
Also Zürich ist sich in guten Händen. Mit dir müssen wir jetzt noch gedulden und gutes Fest, Fusion.
Danke vielmals, schönen Tag.
Danke. Ja, Lennox Gauci, MVP vom Spiel. Zürich Renegades also noch in der NLA nächstes Jahr nach dem Sieg über St. Gallen BEARS zurück zu euch.